Oh, you do? Okay.
I like how you see how he like kind of lost his composure. He's like, I apologize. Continue.
What do you make of that, Mr. Naruhodo? For Lord Strongheart to be so visually shaken in that way?
What does that say?
Oh no.
Oh, you can plainly see the writing there. And it's black as the Earl Ale's waistcoat.
What?
This guy's just talking nonsense.
Yes, you're right. Mr. Vigil, I'd like you to confirm one point with me. Did you actually see the content of the document that Mr. Asogi was holding that night? Oh, well, no. I mean, there was no time. As soon as he noticed me there, he hid it behind his back. But it was definitely a will, was it? Yes, it was. That's what Mr. Asogi told me. What if it was a lie?
Well, the court need waste no further time on this matter. We have the will in question in our possession. There's nothing more to add.
Well, Vigil thinks otherwise.
Yeah, like he's so sure about it.
Scarlet Ink. What did Mr. Vigil really see Kasuma's father holding, I wonder? If we have an inkling, Mr. Naruhodo, you must present it in the court at once. Yes,
you're so funny, Susato.
The same thing. Somebody doesn't give much away. So that will really was penned by Kazuma-sama's father. I wonder what he could possibly have meant with that description as a weapon. It's starting to sound very much like Mr. Asogi actually had nothing. But the plan to break him out of jail went ahead, which means he must have had some bargaining power. He must have been hiding something. It's the only explanation that makes sense. It's starting to sound like Mr. Asogi actually might have had something. Yeah?
Of course.
Which is it, Mr. Naruhodo? I'm not sure, but I feel as though I'm on the brink of understanding all this. Let's listen to all the information again and see what more we can learn. We can't overlook even the smallest detail. Absolutely.
Well, I'm sure you know, maybe?
It's written in scarlet.
You know, when it's scarlet, I swear it was, man.
The real one is not with us. Somebody's hiding it.
I wonder where it could be.
It hasn't. I guess I would just present this, right?
I mean, if it says something was in scarlet, then perhaps.
You could miss it. The scarlet letter.
Yeah, that's Daniel Hawthorne. I'm a huge fan. Did he write the scarlet letter?
What you said you thought you saw, Mr. Vigil. And I believe that's exactly what you did see. What?
That was a good. You don't have evidence to say that.
Well. Have a look at this report.
That's my brother's autopsy report.
Yes, and there's something in here that bothered me since I first read it. It states that scarlet-colored ink ink stains were noted on the fingers of the victim's right hand. Oh,
damn, Kazu, you pulled it out with no one seeing, huh? You just flopped it on the table. Yes, so it does.
Scarlet ink? Now, I'm not familiar with the habits of the British aristocracy, I freely admit, but I would hazard a guess that they don't all go around with ink stains on their fingertips, do they?
Your wit is not appreciated. My brother was a well-bred and fastidious man. I'm sure he was well-bred. There was like nothing in his throat when he swallowed that ring.
Yeah.
Should ink have sullied his fingertips, he would have cleaned them immediately.
What if he was in a rush?
He's trying to write the word "the." What is your point, counsel?
Okay.
The.
My point is this: whatever Lord Clint Van Zieks was writing in that unusual ink color, it had been something directly before his death, because he died before he had the opportunity to clean his hand.
What? I remember something troubled me at the time. At the scene, the lid of my brother's inkwell was open.
Oh?
But Clint was
he did it fast.
serious about such things. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, he says he was punctilious, or whatever that says. Seemed unusual. Like, you know, he would never leave it open. And no document penned in the color of the ink that was in the inkwell was ever found. How was a man writing in red anyway? So the document that disappeared. Are you suggesting that the document my father had in his hand that night in his cell was
the same document that Lord Clint Van Zieks was writing moments before his death?
Then it was.
It was Vigil's testimony. If Mr. Vigil's testimony is to be believed, it can only mean that, yes, Mr. Vigil, sir, when you spotted Mr. Asogi with the document in his cell, his precious words were as follows, were they not?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we're gonna hear this like 4th time in a row.
Right?
This is the only weapon I have left.
The last will and testament. The only weapon he has left now. I wonder what that means.
What's on it, then?
A last will and testament?
If the conversation really did go as Mr. Vigil says, then what we know completely changes the meaning of what Mr. Asogi said.
Are you okay? I really think.
Vict with a will. But it wasn't of Genshin Asogi. It was the last will and testimony of Lord Clint Van Zieks! Oh my god. Wow! I did not expect that.
Everyone's yelling! You didn't expect it? Oh my god!
Not his will, no! Oh my god! Van Zieks!
This is madness! My brother's last will and testament?
I didn't think it was his will, I don't know why.
That would mean that he had chosen to die.
They both wrote wills! Oh my god, that's good.
Dang, you're like thrown against the wall like Ryunosuke.
Is what it would mean, yes? Oh.
No, impossible! That is utterly out of the question.
Listen, they were best friends and you have to accept that, alright?
They were honestly besties. Clint was pursuing the professor.
Pursuing him, huh?
It consumed him day and night.
Oh yeah? Uh-huh.
Oh, he like clutched his chest a little bit there.
I saw that.
Whatever happened, he would never have abandoned his investigation before its conclusion. Never.
Investigating him, he got a little obsessed and maybe he got a little attached. So.
Oh. Veki, going to write her Genshin and Clint fanfiction, 10k, 5 chapters.
Here I go.
He wouldn't rest until the job was done, until the killer was caught. The idea that he would willingly accept his own death is obscene. God, Van Zieks is absolutely like breaking down here. And yet we can be sure that he was writing his will moments before his death.
You know who hasn't said a thing? Lord Strongheart.
He's like watching the eyebrows raised, like, oh my god.
He came to be in possession of that document. So what could the possibly have contained?
Clearly something that couldn't be made public under any circumstances whatsoever.
Alright, where is it now?
Because armed with that document, my father was able to negotiate with the judiciary for his life. It was something so damning that it prompted the powers that be to enact that daring jailbreak plot.
Oh, you know what? I think it has something to do with Neil Strongheart, which is why he killed Genshin, because he had the evidence in the will!
Blinks. Yes, there could be no question that the will contained information of the utmost secrecy.
I've figured it out.
I've connected the dots. You didn't connect shit.
Information of the utmost secrecy. Gah. No, it couldn't be.
Kane is kind of caked up. I've heard more than enough. Pursuing this notion of a phantom nobody attests to have being seen serves absolutely no purpose. No, my lord, that's unacceptable. Oh.
Well.
What did you say, Counsel? Can you say that again, please? The last will and testament that, somebody didn't press X. The last will and testament that Genshin Asogi had in his possession was that of Lord Clint Van Zieks. All that testimony and evidence presented to the court has logically led us to that as a possibility. We have a duty to pursue the line of reasoning to its conclusion. But with no possible means of knowing the contents of the document, there's no line of reasoning to pursue. My hair was in my face, I was blowing it away.
Oh, I was like, what happened? I'm like, what's happening? Oh my god, Van Zieks, are you good? Like, you need some water?
No. Maybe he came to the same conclusion Ryunosuke did.
Oh.
Just think about it.
Oh. The reason why Lord Clint Van Zieks, a man of high noble standing, would have chosen death. For reasons so secret, people in the judiciary would be willing to negotiate the jailbreak of a condemned killer. The only explanation that fits those facts is an unthinkable truth that turns absolutely everything on its head.
Becky, have you figured out this unthinkable truth?
It's just too hideous. Mr. Naruhodo. However difficult the situation might become, you work with your client in pursuit of the truth. That's what you resolved to do when you entered the courtroom this morning, if I'm not mistaken, Mr. Sato. So hold your head high and keep soldiering on. Yes, you're right. 10 years ago, in his final moments, Lord Clint Van Zieks left behind a will. A will with Genshin Asogi was able to use as a weapon to negotiate his escape from prison. All probability, the details in the will were related to the professor case.
The defense's last statement is mere conjecture. What are you getting at, man? Ryunosuke! Why is everyone so shocked? Hold on. Let me finish.
As soon as those words came out of my mouth, there's no going back. I believe that the last will and testimony of Lord Clint Van Zieks was in fact
a report, an accusation, a confession. What do you think?
God. I don't think it's an accusation, because he was very like, he knew what he was doing, right?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, so it's either a report or confession. I don't think it's an accusation, because he knew damn well what he was doing. So, yeah, because accusation is not like 100% correct.
No.
It's like 50-50 kind of.
50-50?
Maybe.
Veki.
Yes, ma'am.
I don't know if this helps, but I hope you remember that when Vigil asked Genshin if he really did it, Genshin said, "I'm guilty of killing a man."
One man.
That's all he said. That is all Genshin said. What is something that would turn everything on its head, to be honest?
If a nobleman made a confession to something. Maybe he's confessing to something.
Something so big that everybody was like, we need this.
Right?
You know, something that Genshin was able to use to negotiate his release.
If he were found innocent, then he would be released.
I mean, he was already found guilty, but he was just like, you know, I have this. I'll
I
follow
have-
through with what you
yeah.
say because I have this, and if this goes out, then it's gonna,
Right?
you're gonna be in trouble, basically. Like, Genshin knew what he was doing when he had that with him. And we don't know where it is now, but
Yeah.
he knew what he was doing because he
Ate it.
had that
like
will.
I told you, get rid of it, eat
He ate it. What did you have in your hand? Nothing.
Can I get you water?
Go.
I'm gonna go with my gut.
Your gut.
Mm-hmm. Say
I didn't see what you chose, so.
It's a I pick confession.
Ooh.
You can do this, Mr. Naruhodo. I believe that what Lord Clint Van Zieks actually penned that day was a confession.
A confession?
Regarding the mass murders known as the Professor, as his true identity. Yeah, I was just like, huh, what if?
Oh my god! I forgot about this sprite!
Wait, what's Sprite?
You gotta press X. You gotta press X. He's just holding on to it.
He's hurting. He's like, my brother would never.
My brother he looked up so much to his brother, man.
His brother was the professor. Oh.
Enough, counsel. What are you saying? Do you even realize?
Oh, he's so hurt.
Confession about the true identity of the professor. That would mean this whole thing, huh?
Lord
Barak.
Van Zieks, I appreciate this must be hard to take in,
A little.
but it's the only explanation that fits. Oh. The killer that terrorized London a decade ago and became known as the Professor, the man believed to have murdered 5 members of the aristocracy, wasn't Genshin Asogi at all. Wow.
Ooh, Kazuma.
Wow.
No. You can't be suggesting.
It was in fact the man believed to have been the 5th victim.
Ooh.
Lord Clint Van Zieks himself. He's like, I can't. Oh.
The silence in the courtroom. Are we Goering right now?
Oh my god!
Oh. He's in pain!
Oh my god! Oh, they're all like, oh my
They're
god!
just like, oh Jesus!
He's yelling! They never heard this man wail!
No. Matt, you can, when he's like breathing, when that scene was going on, when you see like his back, he's like shaking.
Right?
It's finally open, is it? Pandora's box.
Yeah.
Oh
my god,
Lord.
no! Look at him! The Great Lord Van Zieks' family has been thoroughbreds with the... And Lord Clint Van Zieks is a patron of justice in the capital. He was actually a mass murderer and a perpetrator of atrocities. So a couple people found out about the country. He's kind of shaking. It's so sad to see.
It is. I totally forgot he got... I mean, I knew he broke down over it, but I forgot that he just was just like this.
Oh my god. Oh, this is too awful. Poor Lord Van Zieks.
Ryunosuke's like, I don't care. Whatever. Anyway.
Did he ever suspect Mr. Naruhodo?
Honestly, it's interesting. Sometimes when
he didn't realize that his older brother really was. Oh, I'm sorry, not press X, but
sometimes when some like, let's say like your family member, like your husband, your mom, your dad, or whatever, is like a serial killer, it happens a lot where it's like the people in their family have no idea. They're like, I thought it was weird that like he would go out so often, but like you don't think that your dad is committing atrocities. That's pretty interesting. Sometimes people have no idea. They'd be like, I knew that my brother was mean and stuff like that, but I never suspect he would have killed anybody.
Right. Lord I'm so sorry.
Order in the court right now.
Lord Van Zeeks. The professor made use of the enormous hound as his murder weapon. Tell me, did your brother own a dog? No, not the family dog! Are you kidding me?
The dog in the art book? Yeah.
No! That was...
When I saw you said that picture of the dog, I was like, oh my god, I hope she doesn't like kind of notice that it has the collar on it.
I was just like, dog, but that was about it. And then like, I've seen art implying things about like the dog and stuff, but I was just like, surely that's just like Genshin's dog or something. No, it was their family dog.
You know what else? It's funny, that collar was like shown with like, like the stuff Van Zeeks wears and like the badge and everything. I was like, oh my goodness, it's in the art book and she's looking at it. My eyes bulging out of my head, but you didn't like, oh, it's kind of cool that they drew the collar there, and then you moved on. I was like, okay.
I told you I was gonna look at the art book. I can look further in the art book now, yay! But
you can.
Yeah.
Oh! And you can. There's so many things you can look at now that
Balmung.
Yes, he did. Balmung. He was a well-known hunting dog. People called him a giant.
Well,
I think he was like a little puppy in the art book.
I don't know, Cosima's looking down.
Oh, he is looking down? Oh my god, I don't believe this. When my brother would go hunting in the forest to the grounds behind the house, he always took Balmung. After Clint's death, the creature passed away too, almost as if he were following his master.
Oh my god, he died of like abandonment! Well, not abandonment, but like loneliness. Sometimes animals do that.
Yeah, where they're just like, who was it? Hachiko? That one dog that just like waited for his owner and like never came back.
There it is, the jewel-studded collar around his neck.
Yeah. No wonder Barok took off like 5 months after the whole like, oh, this is what Soseki-san had in the apartment.
Oh no.
He was a magnificent hunting dog, worthy of the jewel-studded collar on his neck.
The jewel-studded collar? Are we gonna bring this up again?
Oh jeez. That's right, though sadly, some years ago now, it was stolen by a thief who broke into the house one night.
Oh, right.
I do like that when they found the collar, Shones was like, can we not talk about this? We shouldn't talk about this.
A jewel-studded collar stolen by a thief. It so happens that myself and my colleagues have come across such a collar during our time in London. Wait, no, you were there. Oh, bless.
How could you? Ryunosuke Naruhodo.
Here we go. Or, well, Susato. That was an old emblem attached to the collar, too. Made of pure gold. Oh, it was very prized. There it is. Oh, B for Bella!
B for Bonbon.
Oh.
B for boy.
Dang.
Very good boy.
That is the emblem and stuff he wears, too. I was just like, oh, what is this collar? And then like, huh. It's,
my eyes bulging out of my head.
Topped with a small crown and born ornament, capital letter B. Oh, there it is.
Oh, an emblem bearing the initial B.
Well,
B for B.
Oh my, you know it?
You know it. He literally, Susato, please. He literally, it's the insignia of the Baskerville family. Hey, isn't that a familiar name?
Whoa! Oh, the Hound of the Baskerville! What, the Baskerville? Why is that name coming up now? Well,
Baskerville is the family name of my late brother's widow.
Oh my gosh. Oh
That
my goodness.
pure gold emblem was an heirloom which Clint acquired upon their marriage. There can be no doubt that the color you described as Balmong's. My wife. Remember you asked if Clint was like single, and I was like, yeah, he died a virgin. Because I mean, to spoil even learning that like he's married because the dog was from her family.
Yeah, of Lord Clint Van Zeke's widow. There was a considerable amount of blood on the collar when we saw it. Since we know the dog was used for hunting, it could have been from its quarrel, of course.
But it could equally have been from human prey.
Well, yeah.
So is it true then?
Oh, Van Zeeks.
Van Zeeks really was the professor. Impossible. These Japanese are making it all up.
Oh my god. Well. So in fact, the person responsible for those murders of Noble and Royals was the Noble himself, that threatened to be an enormous scandal that would irrevocably disestablish British society.
Why are you slamming, Cosmo? My father knew that and he was using it to negotiate his way out of the unjust charges brought against him.
I mean, with Clint's help, because Clint did write that for him.
That's true. But at the very last hour, those he bargained with betrayed him, slaying him mercilessly on foreign soil.
I think we know who did this at this point. I mean,
Who
surely, who didn't want us to know about the will, and then lost his cool? He's a murderer. I swear.
Oh my. He's a murderer. Cut and dry.
Well, can you deny it, Lord Strongheart? Yeah.
He's like, me?
Mm-hmm. Ryunosuke's gonna waddle up to the stand and stare up at him. Look at me. I'm better than you. I'm better than you. What?
Pick it up.
Drink it. What? Drink it.
He doesn't have his Voss water like Jigoku does.
Oh, he doesn't. Jigoku had that Voss water. Yes, 10 years have passed. Dang it.
10 years have passed. And still no. Reiki presents?
Sorry.
The 6 million inhabitants of our great capital rest easy believing that justice was done. And that through his anonymity remains, the diabolical murder was caught and executed. Very well then. You may have the truth.
Are you just gonna, like that? Like, just like that? Oh, big.
Yeah, alright. Tell me then. Tell me what Clint really was.
Double chin.
Thumbhead. Lord Clint Van Zeeks was too pure of heart. When he became a prosecutor and went in pursuit of the black roots of crime, he drove himself into a corner. Sit down!
I mean, he is set. What? Oh, he got up because I was a little slow.
He came to the uncomfortable conclusion that to fight the most fiendish of criminals requires one to become even more fiendish oneself.
Oh, well, this is actually Clint Van Ziek's theme.
It is Clint's scene, now that you know. Oh my god!
Oh! He's holding it! Ah!
Oh my god.
Ah! The 19th century was a truly miraculous 100 years of Great Britain, indeed the whole world. I think this is you, but I'm reading it.
Sure, go ahead.
New industry, new technology, with the birth of the Metropolitan Police Service, new law and order. But those dazzling new developments meant even deeper shadows were cast in society. Water sullied by factories, air thick with noxious... I said it right then. Noxious fumes and crime growing daily to fill the darkness. Lord Clint Van Zieks made it his mission to combat that darkness. But as time went on, it slowly ate at his soul until eventually he was consumed. Okay.
It's ironic, really, and somewhat surprising that the truth has once again been unearthed. By a Japanese. Once again? What do you mean? 10 years ago, your father, Genshin Asogi, turned up at my office one night. DG.
Oh?
You get to be Genshin again.
Yeah.
The professor?
Yes, beyond all shadow of a doubt. You must issue a warrant to search his house at once, meh.
Don't be absurd. The man comes from one of our country's most illustrious families. He's a paragon of justice here in the capital.
Yes, that's the point. That's why none of you British can see it. He's using his noble status as a diversion whilst he commits those atrocious crimes behind the scenes.
Do you have evidence?
Nothing definite as yet. But he keeps an enormous savage hound at the estate. We need the full support of the judiciary for this.
Yes.
We're up against a member of the aristocracy.
So, a large family estate as a fierce guard dog. You should know that's commonplace here in Britain. I'm sorry, but I can't possibly put Scotland Yard onto this based on tenuous accusation from the visiting student. Damn, shut Genshin down like that.
Well,
he put matters in his own hands then.
He did. He got rid of him, but before this man wrote the will for him, which is like, wait a minute, it just makes you think.
Right? So, I turned down Asogi's plea. And as a result, he took it upon himself to visit the Van Zieks mansion on his own. We can only imagine now what happened between the two men. Then we know the outcome, of course. Lord Clint Van Zieks perished. Then perish. I don't believe this.
So, in actual fact, Kazuma-sama's father did? You mean the late Lord Van Zieks met the same fate? He put a permanent end to the professor's killings by taking the drastic measure of ending the perpetrator's life.
As soon as I heard, I hurried to the mansion. When I arrived, it was easy to grasp what had happened. And what about the will? Asogi must have taken it. Nothing of that nature was found at the scene. We had no idea of the existence of such a document at that time.
Okay. I'm still not satisfied.
Well, you better be, because that's it.
Okay.
I was the only person who knew the true identity of the professor.
Okay.
No, that's not his voice. So I resolved to keep it a secret and to guard the secret to the bitter end.
So you're admitting to it? That you were behind it all?
Let's not go that far, alright? It was you then who pinned the crimes on my father. Man, I did what needed to be done in order to protect the law and the order of the British Empire. Even if it meant employing an unforgivable route.
Then it was you who arranged this fabricated evidence.
I ordered that detective to take care of it, whilst keeping the truth from him naturally. Which is why Gregson was like, I still think it was your dad, because like, he literally didn't know the truth.
I see. Oh, sorry, Gregson?
Gregson? Obviously, he opposed me at first. He said, oh lord, There's no question it was Asogi who murdered Lord Van Zieks. The house staff have made statements that they saw the man running from the mansion that night. Yes, well, I know that was the Japanese fella. But we haven't got a shred of conclusive evidence against that man. And worse than that, he doesn't keep a dog. So we're short a murder weapon to boot. And we're short on time, Gregson. You must put a stop to this man's rampage for the good of the country. So, we'll use whatever means necessary. Do I make myself clear, detective? Blimey. You didn't want to do it. So that night 10 years ago when I was attacked by those thugs in the back streets. And Genshin's ring was taken. That was him, was it? That was Gregson and some hired help? Then the detective handed the stolen ring to Dr. Wilson.
Oh my god.
It's all manipulation. I mean, I figure the reason why Gregson was like, you know, it's gotta be Genshin, and he didn't even think about Clint was because, you know, they were friends, obviously.
Yeah.
So he just like, oh, it had to have been Genshin. Like, duh. Since Genshin killed Clint, he killed the others too. Without them even realizing that wasn't the case.
Right.
Who feigned its discovery from the victim's stomach during that autopsy.
Decisive evidence. Mr. Asogi was found guilty of the charges brought against him. However, behind the scenes, he had actually already struck a deal with his accuser, in which he agreed to silently accept the charges.
He's sleeping. But I just don't believe that part. As far as I knew the man, my father despised such underhand dealings. It was extremely easy to make him comply. You see, he had one crippling weakness.
What weakness?
Oh, okay.
What weakness?
Isn't it obvious? You, Kazuma Asogi. Me?
Oh?
Perhaps you have no desire to return to your homeland,
What?
Though I hear you have a 14-year-old son. Great. Dang, 14.
14, huh?
Agree to cooperate and accept your guilt without contention.
That would make it his 6th year here.
Yeah. 16 years. On the dot. And you will see Japan and your son again.
Manipulation! Oh my god.
Yeah.
You scoundrel!
Whether you choose wisely or not, it will be a close trial by order of Her Majesty.
Would I like to see Genshin, you know, a 3D model of him, you know, at least?
Unfortunately, he would have been wearing the mask.
Right, at this moment.
And not his beautiful face. So, whatever rash claims you might make it in court, we'll have no trouble in stifling them. There's only one outcome for you, Asogi. The gallows.
Don't forget that I still have a weapon at my disposal. A document revealing a truth that I know you're desperate to keep hidden.
Yes, it hadn't escaped my mind. Which is the only reason I'm willing to bargain with you.
You bargain, you like backstabbed him. Oh my god.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
I only want to protect this country's law and order, you understand? So, what's it to be, Asogi?
Cosmo.
You want to see his baby boy again?
Aww.
He did it for me. And as I told him at the time, my motive was simply to protect Britain from the damage the treaty would do.
Yeah! I'll punch him in the face. How dare he? How dare he do this? Gross.
To protect this country's law and order at any cost. Who's gonna eat Yari?
No?
I've never dared let myself even consider the possibility until now. But in the light of all this treachery, I have to ask. Oop. The mastermind behind the Reaper of the Bailey. Was it you, Lord Mayor Strongheart?
That's how he laughs, like Windex.
A rather brilliant idea, wouldn't you say, Lord Baroque Venzi? Stop. That's the spirit of your late brother. The paragon of justice should return to reap justice for his sibling. What? Oh, okay, now I understand. Could there be a more appetizing tale for London's masses, I ask you?
What? What? Brazen.
Brazen? Brazen! I knew that you'd play that part to perfection. But your role wasn't that of some embodiment of death. No, you were London's guardian angel. Sir, I'm just emo. I'm depressed. And I'm an alcoholic. An angel with bloody hands? I think not. Those who had cooperated with me were only too happy to participate in my plan. Inspector Gregson, Dr. Wilson. I almost said minions the way I usually say it when I talk about the little yellow man. My minions worked tirelessly to ensure that the finger of guilt could never come to rest on you. It's all thanks to them that you're exalted as the demigod the Reaper became. You think you're so cool, Lord Stromheart. You're not, really. But Dr. Wilson left Britain 4 years ago when he was invited to work in Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's right. So I had to employ the services of his young protege after that. Dr. Courtney Sith.
Dr. Sith?
So what with the execution of the professor and the subsequent reign of the Reaper the Bailey? I've successfully safeguarded law and order in our mighty capital for the past decade.
Have you? It's been a lot of trouble since then.
That is everything.
Okay, Chisato does not look convinced, and neither does Ryunosuke. Yeah, everybody's just like, sure.
My lords, ladies, and gentlemen, I do hereby confess, it was I who signed the concept of the Reaper. Can't wait for Kazu to be like, it's still Vanziques. However, let me say this in my defense. It was all for the preservation of law and order across the entire empire. What's wrong, did it? Unforgivable collection of crimes, but still. All those who died at the Reaper's hand were rotten to the core anyway.
Oh.
It was all aid of keeping London safe.
Oh, this music?
Ooh.
Oh. Okay.
There is no one now left who can reveal the precise truth of what happened 10 years ago. Therefore, this trial can go no further.
Hey, now.
Now, I would like to entreat all those present. Beyond these 4 walls, nobody need know the truth.
So this man's gonna, like, culture, nothing happens, he's just like, nobody talk about it, we good.
We're good. Keep it a secret, babies.
Like, Vanzique is traumatized that he just found out his brother was the actual, you know, professor.
Alright, the brother that he's mourned for years. The puppy he basically grew up with, to be honest.
Yeah.
I trust you all appreciate the importance of my request. It is, of course, for the good of the country.
Sus. Can he do this? I mean, can
oh,
the
he's
trial
doing
really
it.
end now?
Oh! I have one last question. For the accused Lord Vanziques. What?
Dang, he's looking off to the side.
Of course I know that you're a highly accomplished prosecutor. So I find it hard to believe that you didn't have any doubts at all. That you never suspected your older brother.
Yes, the same thought occurred to me.
Oh, it was only once, but yes, I couldn't say that I never had my doubts. My brother's sense of justice was extremely strong, perhaps too strong, I observed. At that time, there were members of the aristocracy who were bleeding the country dry for their own gain. And since they were nobles, they were untouchable. But my brother was a source of great turmoil. No, shut, nobody's just talking to you. The question was directed towards Barak and not you. And coincidentally, at the same time, the professor began his terrifying raid. During the time of the professor killings, my brother did not appear to be himself.
And that made you suspect?
Thus. Yes. But it was only once, not more.
Only once? Really?
Clint wasn't the culprit. That was my conclusion at the time. And I still believe that now. Do you have any evidence to support that idea?
Dang.
The third victim was the Lord Chief Justice at the time. It was he who had recognized my brother's potential and trained him as a prosecutor. No matter what the circumstances, it's unthinkable that my brother could have killed his friend and mentor. I'm curious about, like, the expressions on Daily and Caden's faces. Because I think they're, like, looking at him.
They are
at
sometimes,
least, like,
yeah. Because when they pan to Van Zeke, sometimes I do catch, like, Vigil's face.
Yeah, I think he's just, like, they're looking at him.
Yeah.
Neither Clint Van Zeeks nor Genshin Asogi still walk this earth. However much we debate the matter now, we cannot hope to reach a conclusion.
But...
No buts. There are only two extant pieces of evidence from the time. The woe-begone ring that acted as the incriminating evidence to condemn Genshin Asogi, and the 3-paged will and testament penned in black ink and left behind by the man. The wretched truth of—
He's just like, I'm gonna still do this. And you're like...
Right? Later today, I will...
Oh my god.
will present myself as the Minister of Justice for, for whatever sanctions deemed appropriate. That is all. Court is adjourned.
So
Becky,
fast.
in everything that Strongheart said, didn't something come off as weird to you? In literally everything that he said? There's one thing. You know what he's gonna talk about. Don't worry about me.
Thank you, Cosma.
Me?
If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have made this 11th hour discovery.
Jesus. What discovery?
My lord, I'm afraid I must insist the trial continues.
I beg your pardon.
As the court has been reminded today already, we must stop at nothing to uncover the whole truth. And to the end, one particular statement made by somebody in this courtroom moments ago revealed a very subtle contradiction.
What contradiction? Cosmo was like, it wasn't me. But all I did was ask the accused one simple question.
Well, it began with Lord Van Zeeks and his recollection about his brother. But Lord Strongheart didn't permit the defense to speak at length.
I merely pointed out that we can draw no further useful conclusions here. So what on earth is this contradiction?
One of them definitely just said something contradictory in time to identify who. Oh dang it! I wasn't taking all the information.
I can tell you that if you press square and go back, I think you'll be able to see it.
Probably. Hold on.
I'm gonna check real quick, because obviously I know what it is.
Oh, I can only go back so far.
It's not that far back. Yep.
Okay, hold on.
It's very subtle. It's something where it's like, if you look at the court record and then probably glance through it, you might like catch it. It's pretty subtle. Even Ryosuke was like, you know, a subtle contradiction.
Okay, I'm just gonna point this out. He said the third victim was Lord Chief Justice, and I was like, huh?
Yeah, at the time.
Yeah.
So as you can see, that he wasn't Lord Chief Justice.
No.
Until the professor murder started happening.
Yeah, and then it said it was he who recognized my brother's potential and trained him as a prosecutor. No matter what the circumstances, it's unthinkable that my brother could have killed his friend and mentor. Then Ryosuke got quiet, everybody got quiet. And then he's like, that will do.
Strongart's like, that'll do. Well, keep going down.
Okay.
Keep looking at the rest of this stuff.
Neither Clint Vanseeks nor Genshin Suki still walk this earth. Okay. However much we debate this matter, we cannot hope to reach a conclusion. Two examples from the time. Where be gone? Wait, why is he still bringing up the Black Ink Testament?
The 3-page last will and testament penned in black ink.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's just saying those are the only two pieces of evidence we have.
Oh, well, we have, yes, because the other one is nowhere.
So there's some there. Like I said, you could glance at the court record, because once you see it, you'll be like, yeah, that's not correct. That is not correct.
I like how, like, neatly it's written there, but it's just like a postcard.
Postcard.
Bum, 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 bum. Oh.
I'll tell you right now, you don't have to worry about all that up there. You can start from Banzik saying the third victim was the Lord Chief Justice at the time. You can focus on that statement and then what Strongheart says, like, about, I guess, the pieces of evidence. You can focus on those two things. That'll make it easier for you.
I mean, that's where I kind of started, and then I scrolled back up. It's like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm not helping you. You got to figure out.
I don't know what it is. Obviously,
you gotta look at your evidence again. You gotta look at your evidence again.
Yes, I've looked at it a million times.
I can just focus on the last 2 pages. Don't worry about that freaking wig or whatever. You can just glance at the last 2 pages. That will give you what you need. Make sure to press X. Look at the evidence. You gotta look at it, you gotta read it. And you'll know. Look at it, read it, and then you can go back and see what they were both speaking about, and then you'll know. Don't be squeaking at me, alright?
Yeah, don't be squeaking at me, alright?
Yeah, take in all the details of the things you see, and you can go back to what they say. I'm not helping you, alright?
I need assistance.
You don't need it.
I need
You don't need my help. I gave you help. Last 2 pages is what you focus on.
That's not gonna help me.
You don't need help. You can figure it out. You don't even need to read anything. As far as I'm concerned, you just gotta like take in what you see from it.
Yeah.
Not helping you this time. Okay. This is on you. That Mikoto mishap was enough.
Well, you made that harder than it should have been. That was on you.
Sure.
That was on you.
Aga baga da baga?
Aga buga baga? Why'd he say 3 pages? This is 2 pages.
And there you have it.
How do you know it was 3? I was like, wait a minute.
So I said, like, you gotta look, you gotta read, that's it. You don't even need to read it too. You just gotta look at it.
No, but, well, it doesn't tell me there's 2 pages, so I was like, wait a minute. There ain't 3-page will to this? Hold on.
Yeah.
Jesus. He's Lord Strongheart, I'm sure of it. Something he said was slightly off. You could not catch that, honestly. You're just like, okay, he's just giving us information.
Yeah, right? That's what you gotta, like...
Ryunosuke, think back over his words. Find the problem.
Oh, of course, I was gonna say, neither clear magic nor get you Asogi, so walk this way.
Oh, he's Joycey.
However much we debate the matter now, we cannot hope to reach a conclusion.
That's not.
There's only 2 exact pieces of evidence from the time. The Woebegone ring that acted as the accumulated evidence to condemn Genshin Asogi, and the 3-page last will attest to it penned in black ink and left behind the man. Did you like it?
Jesus. Lord Strongheart.
Lord Strongheart.
Explain? What?
Explain what, Council? What are you talking about?
Nuts.
Explain
she made
this.
Just a few moments ago. Something you said was inconsistent with a certain piece of evidence we have.
Inconsistent?
And while an inconsistency remains, the defense has a right to pursue an explanation.
Ryunosuke, what?
The papers, Kazuma, the papers.
Warn you about the statements you're making, Council. This may very well prove fatal.
What if, like, you got
such...
this wrong, it's like an instant game over?
I don't know, because he deducts 1 point from you if you do. Excuse me.
God.
You claim my words contain a contradiction with this piece of evidence, I ask you.
Your mother.
Your mother regretted you the day you were born.
This here is, the swill left by Mr. Asogi. The 2-page will. I said
what?
Yet moments ago, your precise words were the 3-page last will and testament. That means he knows. Not now, Kazuma.
It's already happening.
Could it be that originally there was a 3rd page?
For a moment, I thought perhaps you identified something worthwhile. But it's a mere trifle, I see.
A trifle?
A trifle. Governor Caden. What can I do for you, sir? You were present when the Japanese man penned his last will and testament. I am weird like scrolls to this day. 3rd page at the time. What?
Well, he just said 3rd page.
Only the first 2 pages of the actual will, though. If I mind correctly, the 3rd was a message to his lad back in Japan that he wasn't allowed to see, apparently.
Right?
For legal purposes, we required only his will. Yeah, when I wanted any uncomfortable words about Britain to get back to Japan, eh? So bad. There was decided the 3rd page oughtn't to be sent. So they didn't let Kazuma know specifically, like, what his father wanted to say to him. That's messed up.
That's so sad.
How dare you make that decision?
I
had a right to know what it said. I don't care. To hear my father's final words to me.
Oh my god, well that was aggression towards me, I see.
You said you had to be aggressive, so
yeah,
I mean...
don't care. I was like, okay.
Damn.
Real sentimental. Alright.
There's no place for sentimentality, Council.
Oh.
Ah!
Oh!
As it happens, I have one of them. Right here. Chaos Control. My father's message!
Give it to me! Now!
Now! It will be given to you at the end of the proceeding.
No. It'll take long. It'll be too late when the trial is over. You need to know what it says. Even the slightest thing may give us a vital clue.
A vital clue.
My lord, the defense calls for Genshin Isogi's last words to his son to be read out loud before the court now. Shut up.
Your request is denied. The inevitably Maldrian words can be of no consequence now. The prosecution agrees. The court should know the content of that message. Every possible piece of evidence must be thoroughly examined.
Are y'all hungry? Y'all have to go pee? Like...
Right? Cosmo's got a few snacks. That's why he wouldn't say anything, because he's chewing. Very well then, Inspector Caden. Governor Caden.
Oh, yeah.
We will read the third page of the document for all present to hear. Yes, sir. Only, I should point out, my lord. This is in Japanese, you know. I actually cannot read worm language.
Jesus. This beautiful... Wait.
This beautiful Barry? You call me the first name? I think it's Mikotoba.
Oh,
there he is.
Barry. If I could be of assistance here, I would be happy to translate the words in English for the court. Father! He's like...
You're still here, are you, Dr. Mikotoba?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't leave.
I consider myself a member of the judiciary, albeit a lowly one. Or perhaps I should quietly withdraw after I've translated Genshin's message. I gotta go. He's like gonna get mad.
Bye. Your cooperation is much appreciated. Read it out loud for everybody, baby.
Okay, here I go.
Oh, yeah, right.
Cosmo, the truth is shrouded in darkness, a darkness only our clan's great sword can pierce. Mighty Karuma, twist thy head and watch them fall, all thy mortal foes. Okay.
That's it.
That's the end of the message, it would seem.
He moved. He said, get out of the way.
A haiku poem. Twist thy head?
Father. What is Karuma?
Imagine I could say it wrong. What is Karuma?
I had to get into character.
Wait.
The name of the Asogi clan's famous sword.
You know what? Ryunosuke, withdraw my sword and show him.
Show it to him right now. Don't worry about the tip.
Oh?
A razor-sharp blade known to all passed down for generations. It embodies the Japanese spirit. It's not known to me. Who asked? Who asked?
It's a katana sword that is submitted as evidence earlier in this proceedings. The one worn by the prosecutor counsel when he confronted Inspector Gregson. Or we're just gonna add the third paper
there's
in
the third page.
Yeah.
All these procrastinations are beginning to try my patience.
You remember this is a man of time.
Right? Adjournment of this court is long overdue. As the presiding judge, I've been accommodating as possible for the will of the courtroom. However, despite all that, no new information has come to light. Kazuma recoiled. In pursuit of justice, Clit Lord Van Zieks tragically lost all sense of morality. When he murdered his former mentor, clearly he was already devoid of his normal faculties. He wouldn't do that. How dare you! I refuse to believe that of my brother. Too much time has passed. We cannot ever hope to know more than we do now.
Why is he so
Especially since the alleged will that he penned in his final moments appears to have been lost forever. Arga.
Lord Strongheart, you appear to be in somewhat of a hurry to wrap things up. I wonder why.
He's probably breathing hard too. He's like,
you've heard your state and time, and again agreed those proceedings. Everything you did was in the interest of protecting British law and order.
And I stand by that. Without the Reaper, we could never have achieved the reduction in crime the capital has seen.
What about Inspector Gregson's then?
And Dr. Wilson. They were no criminals. You used them to achieve your ends, and then you had them killed.
However you dress it up, there is nothing fair or just about that.
You sleeping?
So it's strong.
Wake up.
What exactly is it that you're hiding?
Dr. Hikoto, were you not to quietly withdraw after the translation of your former associate's will? In this courtroom, no arguments carries weight unless it's supported by evidence. And it would seem that the defense has no more evidence to present. Oh, now he's sleeping too. In which case, I hereby order all discourse from these proceedings to be struck from the record.
Sorry, you know, Susato wrote everything down already. This is my last chance. Mr. Naruhodo, I have to present some decisive evidence now. It's all over. But can I? Wait.
Just wait and see. Just sit down.
We don't wait and see around here. Wait, my lord. As it happens, the defense does have evidence to present. Oh?
Stop right here.
I'm stopping.
Let's look at the court record before we continue.
Okay.
Specifically, Genshin Asogi's last words to Kazuma.
Let's get to the third paper.
Yeah, let's do this together. Well, his little poetry here is like, mighty Karuma, twist thy head and watch them fall, all thy mortal foes.
Yeah.
Now, what do you think he meant by that? It may be something that we can do.
Okay. Well, obviously it's hinting at Karuma.
Yes. You wanna probably take a look at Karuma real quick?
I will take a look at it.
Your achievement's very close, by the way.
Okay. Alright.
Mighty Karuma, twist thy heads and watch them fall.
Oh, wait a minute. So... Okay. The hilt of the sword. Mighty Karuma, twist thy head and watch them fall.
Is it gonna show you how dumb Ryunosuke is, by the way?
That's the proper way to use the sword, is it? Maybe I should try it. It hurts my neck, that's terrible.
It's so dumb.
Mr. Naruhodo, if I must make a suggestion, perhaps it doesn't mean your head. Oh! I once studied the history and development of the katana some time ago, and as I'm sure you're probably aware, the sword's head is the part at the very end of the hilt. Yes. It's written as head in Japanese, but it's pronounced as Kashira, I believe. Kashira? So Mr. Asogi's words really mean twist the butt of the hilt? You don't think. We'll do it. What is there? Look, what is that? It's that tightly a wooden sheet of parchment? Hello?
Wound.
Oh, there's the signature!
Scarlet ink.
It's written in scarlet ink! I penned this my last will and testament in the final moments before my inevitable and willing death. This is it, isn't it? Mr. Naruhodo, look at the signature at the end! Clint Van Zieks. And the date, 10 years ago, at the fateful night. So for 10 years, it's been silently concealed inside Karuma, and nobody knew. Wow! What? That's so crazy!
Big brain Genshin out here, still serving it up.
Give it up for Genshin, man.
Genshin's a real one.
Right. The last will and testament of Lord Van Zieks. Wait. Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
This is unbelievable. Clint Van Zieks' will has been entered into the courtroom record. Let me take a look at that.
Now, before you do that,
Okay.
make sure to examine Karuma's head again. I believe you'll get your final achievement.
The head like this here?
Yeah.
Or the tip again?
Twist thy head and watch it fall. It's his head.
Okay.
Yeah. His brain.
All thy mighty foes. As far as certainly has a way with swords.
Words.
My bad. And he certainly
I mean,
thought
swords,
up
too.
ingenious hiding place, too. It seems almost playful at first, but I do wonder if, over the years perhaps, the duties of the Asogi clan have actually called for such inventiveness. Protecting great secrets, you mean? Those sort of duties? Well, I can believe that. Asma conducts himself like someone with the weight of his clan's long and noble history on his shoulders. Oh!
Asogi. And if you look at that achievement, and I told you not to look at it, it's got Karuma on it, so I was like, oh my goodness.
Oh! Wow! Okay, we're gonna take a look at the wheel.
You're gonna be so disappointed to find out you can't look at it.
I know, I was just like, can't even look at it.
It's something everyone has to find out at the same time. Because everyone else goes like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, he's like, oh my
Why is he puffing his titties out?
You like this? You like
He looks like a bird. Don't be absurd.
a pigeon, no less.
There was nothing of relevance remaining from the time.
He didn't just watch me untwist the hilt.
They're doing it like Ryunosuke turned around.
The cashier of like, you know, Karuma, and I untwisted it and I pulled out this parchment piece of paper.
They like turned around so we didn't see it. It's high time that you realize something, my lord.
His mouth was kind of open. He's like, oh.
This gentleman has an uncanny habit of producing evidence at the final hour that had escaped everyone else's attention.
He's right. Didn't you say it again?
It's true. Nonsense.
Look at his mouth.
He's like, what is it, Ryunosuke? What do you have?
What is that? Give it.
Give it to me now!
I dare say, the final decisive piece of evidence that will reveal the whole truth about this rotten tale.
How can you... Decisive?
Well, it would appear there's no escaping it now, my lord.
Let it be so, then. Present whatever you think you have that will settle this decade-old enigma.
He's gonna be so mad when he learns that I just have, like, the will in my hand. Oh.
Alright, Becky, forget about the will. It's obviously gotta be the wig.
The what?
It's the wig, it has to be. I know it.
Everybody's gonna be like, are you kidding me?
What are you talking about?
It's actually the armband, and I will present it. Hold on. What if I gotta go?
If you got game over, I would scream. What can I say, Counsel? If you're capable were my words. And this evidence clearly demonstrates you're not, and you're capable of only destroying your own argument.
Come on, Ryunosuke. You know that Asogi-san negotiated with Lord Strawheart 10 years ago.
But that band belongs to Asogi.
Yeah. And of course, that secret bargaining power. And yet another After his death, the document couldn't be found in his cell, prison. And he did have his sword. They did mention that he only had his sword. They're like, how did you get the writing stuff, you know? Very clever.
That's where he hid it.
Very clever.
Yeah.
So does the fact that it was never found mean, could it still have hidden somewhere undiscovered after all these years?
I like how they assume that,
like... does have the evidence, and I'm ready to present it now.
They assume that you just didn't find it. Well, it seems you avoided on self-destruction.
Okay.
Let it be so then, but then
I think he gets up, he's like, show me the whole text!
Ryunosuke, I have waited almost a year to see your little hole. I haven't seen it yet.
Oh my god! This is a single piece of evidence that can clarify what really happened 10 years ago. The last will and testament of Lord Clint Van Seeks.
A wonderfully astute observation, I'm sure. But in case you escaped, he says he didn't press X yet.
I did.
In case an escape room notice that document was a hole.
Sentence, you idiot. That's right, it was only. I have it right here. Discovered just moments ago.
Ooh, Kazuma? You surprised by that? Oh, everyone is. Impossible. That can't be.
Everything that's happened comes back to this will. This document is the key that will unlock the entire universe. I missed my line.
Ryunosuke.
I'm sorry. It's the key that will unlock the entire mystery. My god. Oh! He's so angry.
It is.
Get him!
Lost composure. My brother's last will and testament. Where did you find that?
Oh! That's... I love that he's just holding it out.
Yeah.
Oh, look at his face!
Inside Karuma?
So he's fast.
Right. Oh.
I'm gonna... Hold on. I want this...
So you're no longer reading the dialogue.
Yeah. The ultimate weapon Genshin Asogi obtained was laying undisturbed in the hilt of the sword all these years. Just waiting for the right time to emerge and reveal the truth. I actually wanted his eyes open, I'm sorry. They were closed. It's fine, it's fine. The signature and seal certainly look official. Oh, uh-oh, it is official.
Oh, he knows.
Uh-huh.
My god, it's true.
Oh no.
It's my brother's handwriting. There can be no mistake.
Are you still holding the sword out? Oh!
I forbid the contents of that document from being read out. Do you hear me? I strictly forbid it. Shut up.
Shut up. I'm objecting to you. You can't do that, my lord. This document could explain everything.
That document could literally destroy the meaning of justice in this country. I demand that you hand it to me at once.
I don't have to hand over shit. Why?
Hand over this.
Why are you trying to... What are you trying to hide? Could it be that you already know what's written on this page?
What do you imply? Blood is a judge with immediate effect. Clear the courtroom. Get out. Do that, my lord, and you'll suffer a fatal blow as Lord Chief Justice. I beg your pardon. Forcibly ending a trial without good reason.
I would have wished... Where's the smirk?
It's just serious right now, guys.
Yeah.
And not any trial. A closed trial by order of Her Majesty the Queen.
He was being very playful in, 2-4, honestly.
He was. Before his father got brought up into this, he stopped smiling so fast. To defy the monarch's will is treason.
Oh, no.
You know, he breathing.
Oh, he's up for breathing. Uh-oh. Lord Clint Van Zooks really did pen a will that day. It's exactly what the young Japanese man said. Read it out, now! You have the right to hear what's in that will. A right and a duty. Well, my lord. It would rather appear as though proceedings are going to be quite as you hope.
You fools. Go ahead, Ryunosuke. Read it.
We'll protect you. Do it.
The prosecution gives its full support. I almost said a report.
Yeah. Very well then.
No, for God's sake, we shake it.
Oh wait, he looks more than just shaking over here. No. Both hands, by the way. Well, oh my god. Read it, Ryunosuke. Do it.
Well, more like read it, Becky.
I pen this, my last will and testament, in the final moments before my inevitable and willing death. The hour is 11 p.m. I sit at my writing desk in my office. My good friend is— oh!
Yeah, they're friends.
At my shoulder. He has expressed his intent to invoke the dying ritual of the duel, that I may depart this world with honor. An honor of which I am utterly undeserving. The Japanese are a truly merciful people.
GG.
Dang, he looks so cool over this.
Right?
Okay. I, Clint Van Zooks, land of the manor of Van Zooks estate, hereby confess to the following. What would Clint sound like? Hold on. I am the killer who had come to know, to be known,
Ow.
society as the professor guilty of 4 counts of murder. I will not here discourse the corruption, rife among the aristocracy, which is to me, as one of them, so apparent. However, 6 months ago, I took the life of a member of the House of Lords at the heart of the
depravity.
A demon who habitually sacrificed the common man to further his own interest, using his position of power. The laws
Impotent, I think.
Impotent, yeah. The law is impotent against such vile— oh god, avarice.
I didn't know he was gonna use his words.
Only
I should know.
Demon can ride society of this menace.
Can you hear me, by the way?
Yes.
Okay. So my internet went out on my laptop.
That demon was my quarry, upon whom I'm willingly set my great hound. But though I am a hunter of such experience, I am a poor felon, it seems. My guilt was at once recognized by another, and I became subject to his extortion. He held over me the threat of exposing my wicked crime to my beloved wife and brother.
I wonder who that was.
Under the threat, I had done this man's bidding for months now, killing those he demanded I kill. But guess what? Everybody's just guilted into doing whatever that man says. As I watched my former mentor perish before my eyes at the jaws of the hound I commanded. That had to be so hard.
It must have been awful.
I realized that I had lost the last shred of decency within me, and sunk to the level of a wild beast. There is no path back to light, but be it I or my dear fellow Asogi who dies this night, I am eternally damned. To my extortioner, male Strongheart. May you feel the jaws of the beast at your throat every time you swallow.
Get him, Clint! Get him!
Oh my god, Clint, that was powerful! And you had a smile on your face! The audacity.
Right?
So now you know, yes, Clint Van Zieks was a murderer, but someone was directing him and naming his victims. His extortioner, Lord Male Strongheart. It was you! What? Okay. Lord Strongheart, a moment ago, you claimed that what the court has just heard would destroy justice in this country. But you weren't trying to protect justice at all. All you were trying to do was conceal the secret of your true nature and the countless lives you sacrificed up until now. He's stuck. His animation's stuck.
He's like actually talking, but it's just not coming out. It just didn't make sense to me. The third victim, the former Lord Chief Justice, was my brother's benefactor, a man of lofty principles. As I said, Clint had no possible reason to kill the man. But you did, didn't you, Strongheart? To eliminate the man who stood between you and the office you'd set your sights on. So use your own hunting dog, Lord Clint Van Zieks, to take him down. It had to be done. London's unsavory shadows are deep in the arm of the law and fails to reach their depths. Crime must be cut off at the roots. But the Lord Chief Justice at the time couldn't see that. He was weak. Lofty principles, you say. Tantamount to cowardice, if you ask me. Which is why I took his place, in order to fight the crime he was allowing to spread like wildfire. By murdering the man? The Reaper, the Professor, the name makes no difference. As I've explained countless times already, it was done for the furtherance of law and order in London. Are you going to legitimize the murder of my father now, too? Genshin Asogi. Well, that was unfortunate.
Double chin.
I had fully intended... Thumbhead. I had fully intended to send him back to Japan and we'd agreed. I don't believe you! It was you, wasn't it? You killed him!
Well, say it out loud. Say it with your chest, Cosmic, because I've been thinking that the whole time.
No, it wasn't me who took your father's life.
Okay. Then who?
It was these nights. On the night following his mock execution, I went to Logate Cemetery at 3 in the morning with Jigoku.
Oh my god. Judge Jigoku?
There had to be a collaborator on the Japanese side to manage Asogi's treatment after his reparation. Jigoku had fierce ambition. It made him easy to manipulate.
Oh.
Oh, Lord. 10 years ago, after he'd stood trial for the destruction of the witness stand, I had words with him. He just sought that chuckle as it made me laugh. When I told him the position of Minister of Foreign Affairs could be his, he couldn't agree fast enough.
Sure, you fool.
As you know, Asogi escaped the prison in a closed casket and was subsequently interred. We intended to dig him out of his grave before he ran out of air. But sadly, all did not go to plan. Enoch!
Yeah.
There was an unexpected visitor to the cemetery with his own ideas about digging up graves.
Innocent man.
Right? A man who witnessed was what nobody was supposed to see.
Enoch Drebber.
Of course, I knew grave robbers frequented London cemeteries. But that grave on that particular night. It doesn't even matter who's speaking because I'm both of them. Blast! If people find out the convict wasn't really executed, the scandal will rock the very foundations of the Empire. Then what do we do? Shoot him, Mr. Jigoku. Shoot Asogi at once.
Manipulating yet another person.
He can't live now that this has happened. He has to go. What are you talking about? We had an agreement. You promised him he could return to Japan.
Oh my god! Oh!
How awful is that?
Oh my god.
Everything has changed now. If the truth got out because of this, both of us would be finished. Forever.
Pull the trigger!
Come on, Jigoku, do it! Pull the trigger!
Oh
Shoot!
That is so sad.
It is. It's absolutely awful. Jigoku shot Asogi from the shadows. The grave robber was so close the blood sprayed over his coat. He fled as fast as his legs could carry him. Then Jigoku and I put Asogi's body back in the grave from which he had just emerged.
Oh my god.
You just put him back in there like nothing ever happened. When I later learnt of the waxwork modeler's presence at the scene as well, I made her swear on two things. Never to speak of the events of that night.
No.
And with that, the secret was buried along with Asogi's corpse. So, now you know what really happened in Lowgate Cemetery that night. What are you doing retweeting during this heavy story mode?
Listen, I saw Coot. Anyways,
I see Terumi's boobies on the TL. Hold on.
Yeah. It's very silent.
It is. I really like this song. It's very melancholy, you know. It was Jigoku.
But you manipulated everybody to do these things for you, so you didn't get your hands dirty. That's literally
exactly.
What it is.
He didn't want nobody to know anything about what he had done, so he manipulated everyone around him, just so he could move up to be Lord Chief Justice. That's it. He claimed to be the man's friend, but when push comes to shove, he pulled the trigger. Kazuma, how are you feeling?
Just before Mr. Jigoku left the courtroom earlier, he said that the assassin exchange proposal was a demand from the British counterpart, not a request. Yep.
So you coerced him too, using what happened in the graveyard. By that time, Jigoku was the Minister of Foreign Affairs, negotiating international treaties with Britain. You can imagine what would have happened if it came to light he murdered a compatriot 10 years earlier. He would have lost everything. I merely reminded him of that. How do you sleep at night? No kidding, he's awful.
Yeah. He sleeps on these awful things, my god.
He goes... These past 10 years I fought tirelessly with the darker recesses of London's criminal underworld. Yet I've used whatever means necessary to ensure that justice prevails and law and order reign supreme. By manipulating people shamelessly.
That couldn't be further from the truth. Fact is, you haven't fought crime at all.
How dare you? I saved Clint Van Seeks from dishonor and his death. Plus, behind the scenes, you systematically buried anyone who stood in your way. And then you made my father take the blame. It was unavoidable. It was the only way to protect our justice system and public order.
Okay, alright, okay, I guess.
Let's not forget the others you had killed as well. setting the defendant up as the Reaper to cover up the truth behind the murders of countless more. That's enough. Mad, huh? Lady. Do you have any idea of the conniving that led to the acquittals of those wretched criminals? We have to fight fire with fire. Our courts can't function without a Reaper. Can't you see all I've done for this country? No. This has been my struggle.
Killed innocent people. Well,
exactly.
Sometimes.
I mean, Gregson.
Yeah.
Wilson.
Oh, Wilson. Oh my god.
You've done nothing. Lord Van Ziexu worked tirelessly and justly in court whilst enduring the disgrace of the Reaper name. You're saying something nice about me?
Oh my god.
Yes. Oh my god, Kazuma, do you want to kiss after this?
Inspector Gregson fought with anguish from having sullied his hands through a desire to do the right thing. Not to mention Genshin Isogi, who risked his life in pursuit of the truth you tried to hide.
Yes, yes.
No,
go
the
for
darker
him.
recesses of London's underworld were largely filled by you.
Yes. Oh, you little... When will you get it to your thick skulls? That was all for Queen and Country. I'm tiring of that excuse. You've consistently twisted the truth for bargaining power to make others do your bidding. Nothing more. He looks like he belongs in Whoville.
Uh-huh. People who willingly twist the truth and coerce others have no right to call themselves part of the judiciary. Ooh. I strongly suggest you don't ever talk of justice again.
Get him! Tear his wig off!
Tear his ass up. Uh-oh.
Gaga. Sweet support, bitch. How are we all feeling? Some trauma, brought up,
really?
Right?
Yeah. Oh.
This is something people compare a lot to Damon Grant from Ace Attorney 5. The 5th case of versus Ace Attorney.
Oh, he's smacking hard.
Oh, you know he's smacking. This is what it's gonna sound like after the courts.
Well,
after the trials.
Close your eyes and listen.
Well. Me when I'm alone, Lord Van Zieks. Well. Dear me, my good fellows, dear me. A well-deserved round of applause, I think, for quite marvelous performance.
What are you talking about? What's happening over there? Oh my god!
Damn!
He's taking his cock out.
Put it away, everyone! Shield your eyes, he's really going for it! Those delightfully grave expressions, that beautifully pronounced Queen's English. Really, our friends from the Far East are quite the picture of industriousness. Oh
so
my goodness.
Here.
You fraud, keep your mockery. Oh, he's done.
Oh, one last.
Okay. Please don't misunderstand, it really is as you both said. What are you trying to say? Do you remember in that image Kazuya Nori drew for the 20th anniversary? That guy that was standing next to Strongheart that looked just like him but different?
Yes.
He did the same thing. When you called him out for his lies, he clapped.
Okay.
It's very similar. He's very manipulative and awful, but I don't think he did half the awful things that Strongheart did, as far as I remember.
Strongheart tried to promise a man, I'm gonna get you out, and then shoot him dead.
Not even that, freaking forced his friend to kill him.
Oh my god.
Awful.
So sad.
It is. Just thinking about how, like, Genshin, like, he really wanted to go home. Like, he obviously loved Kazuma. Wanted to see him again. He didn't get to. I have occupied the darker recesses of London's underworld and, how did you put it? Done nothing? I confess it's a little embarrassing to have it pointed out quite so starkly, but yes. I really have done nothing, which means...
Oh my God,
I can
there
be
he goes,
indicted for
taking
nothing.
it literally.
Yeah. Look at this Twitter user, everybody.
What?
It's true. Personally, I've committed no crime. I've merely been surrounded by fools who've acted very rashly indeed.
His hair's kind of out of place up there.
Did. Now he looks a lot more like Jimmy Neutron than usual. Superpowered mind, mechanical canine.
You can't get away with that. You've consistently preyed on people's weaknesses.
Oh my god. And what? Threatened them? Are you sure it wasn't just bargaining?
What? It's like you flip. Damn.
Damn. I would like to address all the good lords, ladies, and gentlemen of the court. Judiciary here present. I was looking at the screen, I assumed he said court. You all know of those darker recesses in our great capital. And deep down, I believe you also know. That to fight those who dwell there requires at least some of us to occupy the darkness ourselves. Just like Batman. I get it now. I understand totally. So let me appeal to your good sense now. Consider the situation with me. It's this catalog of horrifying revelations were to become common knowledge among the 6 million inhabitants of London. What might happen? Lord Strongheart's freaking anime speech, I swear. To learn that the infamous murder of royals and nobles was a respected member of the aristocracy himself. The evidence was fabricated in the scapegoat's trial amid secret negotiations with prosecutors to effect a jailbreak. That the Reaper of the Bailey was an organized group of assassins managed by a Scotland Yard inspector. And finally, that it was all masterminded by the Lord Chief Justice himself. If the general public of Britain knew the truth, all faith in the police and the prosecutor's office would be completely lost, without doubt. Public order in the capital would completely break down. We'd be cast back to the lawless days of the last century. I mean, that was a few days ago, to be honest. Precisely. As it was 100 years ago when 1 in 10 population were criminals. Think what we've accomplished since then. A public policing force, a comprehensive set of laws. If we want to continue to protect this new era of law and order, I say it again, we must at times occupy the darkness ourselves. Strongheart, you're so good at manipulating people. We have successfully identified and apprehended the man responsible for taking Inspector Gregson's life. That is all that was expected of this trial. All these other matters that have been discussed will be eliminated from the minutes of these proceedings in the interest of preserving law and order. And to protect Her Majesty the Queen, of course. Well, ladies and gentlemen, what say you?
Yeah, support. Things start quite. Oh, look at this. On the other hand, isn't our duty to maintain law and order in the capital? Can't deny the threat of the Reaper over the years has done worries for the crime rate. Yes. Strongheart.
Like how you manipulated the court.
What the?
He's like, I didn't do anything wrong.
Are you hearing this?
Oh, this is the will of the British judiciary?
Finally! Oh my gosh.
He needed that one. For your rousing response, friends, I expect my heartfelt gratitude. Therefore, in accordance with the overwhelming wishes of the court, the record shall be erased.
You have to respect the man's ability to turn a situation to his favor. Lord Strongball really is a master of manipulation. Oh yes, he is.
But
You've conclusively proven his guilt. Yet still he manages to evade justice. I just don't know what we can do.
Oh. Inosuke. Ooh.
It looks like the trial really is going to come to an end now. I'm almost out of options, I think. There's really only one path left open to me. Raise an objection. Use evidence. Wait and see.
Well, I mean, there's something you know.
Yes, what Sholmes had said before he left the courtroom.
If you need my help, please tug the ear once, please, por favor.
Yes, and I know only too well. Hold on, before we get to this conclusion of the court, I feel like we're about to get there. I'm about to fill up my drink a bit more.
Oh, okay.
And get the rest of the sushi, because, like, a day-old sushi, it's kind of, gets a little hard. Blah, blah, blah. Manipulating people is so sad.
I didn't do anything wrong because I manipulated everyone and doing it for me, so...
And everybody else has to suffer.
Yep.
Yes, I know only too well. The only thing that carries any weight in the court is hard... Oh! Is hard evidence! Oh my god.
Inosuke.
But Mr. Naruhodo, what evidence is there to use at this state in the trial? I have no idea. I don't know whether anything can come of it, but I like how I stopped right before like the OST started getting litty. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Wow. Is there any... If there was ever a chance for using this particular item we have amongst the evidence, it's now. Obviously, we have to call on Mr. Sholmes!
My best friend, help me!
Help me, I'm stuck! Oh my, yes, Mr. Sholmes asked if we need that... if you had that with you earlier. We've exposed all of Lord Strongheart's wrongdoings now. I've no doubt that Mr. Sholmes has already deduced exactly how the truth would unfurl. So I think it must be time for the great detective to take center stage, don't you? Yes, absolutely. Let's take the hair by the ears then, and heave!
Just pull once.
Alright, here goes. Heave!
Ow, 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 ow. My dear fellows, must I remind you every time? A gentle tug will suffice.
Mr. Sholmes!
You're looking in quite the wrong direction, Mr. Naruhodo.
Oh?
Because I'm over here.
Mr. Naruhodo, he's... Oh!
There he is.
It's Mr. Sholmes!
There he goes! Excuse you, everybody.
Oh my god! Hold on. I wasn't expecting you back, Sholmes.
Naturally. Delighted to be here again, Lord Strongheart. What is the meaning of this? Bailiff, seize him! Put that man in irons!
I mean, if you can.
This is a close call! You've been warned once already, man!
Well.
Get out! What the? We can't get hold of all.
Oh my god! We just got right through! My friends are ever so wasted, you see?
Excuse me! Oh, that was me.
That was you, I'm sorry.
The detective you see before you is composed entirely of light and shadow. Image, if you will. I believe this is the frickin' Lord Van Zieks has clinical depression like me, Vance.
Right. Oh, get it!
Mr. Naruhodo, I must congratulate you on your fine deductions.
Mr. Sholmes, what on earth is...
Are you familiar, I wonder, with the invention known as a telephone? I know of it.
Yes, I heard some public telephones have been installed recently in Tokyo. The sound of the speaker's voice is converted to an electrical signal and transmitted instantly to another place.
Quite. Sounds are transmitted, so could not images keep them company, I muse? Iris and I did some modest experimentation to have developed such a device specifically for this very day.
Modest?
Iris was like, I gotta get ready for tomorrow.
Experimentation? Mr. Sholmes, what a modest description.
Ow! And somewhat incidentally, I thought we might as well transmit an entire scene.
Somewhat incidentally, Mr. Sholmes, now you're just being immodest.
Are you good, Van Zieks? Did that scare you?
Do you mean to say you're not actually here, Sholmes? I don't know what's happening with him.
He's scared. I knew my trusty partner would have no trouble grasping the concept.
Except he's grasping the stand to steady himself after your shock arrival. Poor father, who would have hoped he might have been forewarned before the great detective's great part.
Leave my courtroom at once. Get out, or I swear to you.
I mean...
Dear me, you on the other hand, Lord Strongheart, appear to have a very poor grasp of the situation. Allow me to reiterate, I am not here, which would I hope lead naturally to one asking. Kazuma, where exactly are you? The very question I was awaiting. I am at present enjoying the air in a rather splendid garden.
A garden?
Not just any garden, you understand. A garden at Buckingham Palace.
Oh?
What? You can't be! Buckingham Palace?
What? Sholmes is just like, I'm here to cause trouble.
I love causing trouble for everybody involved.
Sato? I've never heard of it.
Oh, you know.
Did you ever read the news, Mr. Naruhodo? No. Tell me, Mr. Sholmes. I ignored her. Is Iris there with you?
Oh, well, no. Iris is currently enjoying some tea.
Oh.
With Her Majesty.
Outing him to the man.
Outed him.
Her Majesty.
You're wrong. Plus ratio.
Get him!
Not just any Her Majesty, you understand. Her Majesty, the Queen of the British Empire.
Oh my god.
What? You're crying spit out in front of everybody, the most important person in the world.
What on earth is all this about? Buckingham Palace is Her Majesty the Queen's residence in London, Mr. Naruhodo.
Excuse me. Order in the court! I demand immediate silence! Her Majesty the Queen! You got me! I mean, no. This is some sort of unforgivably distasteful trickery by third-rate detective, that's all! Unforgivably distasteful trickery? What an apt description. A close court session attended by elite members of the judiciary is a rare event. I presume that Her Majesty would be more than a little curious about the proceedings. So I decided to show her everything from start to finish.
Get him!
Put on blast!
Show her?
Indeed.
Oh my god.
By the dint of Herlock Shone's remote cinematograph.
Cinematograph?
He can't say it. He can't say it, that's my headcanon.
Alright.
It's not because funny. I can't say it, he can't say it. You meddling. Oh. Are you good at these?
Oh no, he's not.
He can't believe his eyes. This is some kind of nightmare. Don't scare him.
He's kind of scared. Oh.
Just as I appear to be standing before you, regaling your talk of my latest invention.
Oh my god. Gultama.
Gultama's frightened. Ugh. No doubt you've inferred that the reverse is also true. You don't mean... Your Majesty has seen and heard every moment of the proceedings.
Well, guess who's in trouble?
Right? Oh my god, I just remembered. Remember that, like, 50-paragraph review of the person complaining about the game, Loki? They're upset about this because, like, it came out of nowhere. We're supposed to solve it ourselves. Like, well, we did solve it ourselves.
But he was about to get away.
Yeah.
With everything because, like, he could. And we couldn't stop him.
Yeah. And I can't say enough that people... This happens in all the games. Like, last second, like, oh, dang, they're gonna get away with it. What do we do? And then somebody bursts in with like, evidence and, like, I got this. I can help you win this. They always do this. Who complain about Sholmes doing this? Like, it's unrealistic. Like, this is a game series where you defend a freaking orca.
Yeah. Or present a parrot as evidence.
Right? No, as a witness. You
I'm sorry, the witness.
Cross-examine the parrot. Like, it's not realistic. Like, it never has been. Every child in this country. So. Yeah, it's Capcom. You got freaking... What happened in one of the cases? Yeah, you got like a spirit medium. People don't do that in real life.
Nah.
Like literally, like, your body changes to look like that person you're channeling. That doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. This isn't realistic.
And you don't just change your features all of a sudden either, so...
Right? You don't get burns all over your body. You have plastic surgery to look like your sister. It doesn't happen. It's not real. Anyway, every trial in this country is conducted under the auspices of Her Majesty, as you know. You. I confess I am quite impatient to hear Her Majesty's opinion about the unforgivably distasteful trickery which you've been engaged over the past 10 years.
Yep.
No, I was merely... It was a joke!
Oh, there she is!
I wish...
I'm so sorry for keeping you all waiting. Vicky. Oh, Vicky. Vicky and Vicky.
Vicky!
And I have had so much to talk about. Iris! There you are! Oh, she's got the scroll. In fact, I have a little message here from Her Majesty.
A message? Oh, he took it away from her. Look at her.
I know.
Well then, if everyone is sitting comfortably?
Yes.
Uh-oh, let's read the receipts. Forthwith and with immediate effect, all authority previously afforded to Mill Strongheart is hereby revoked forevermore. Bro, you just got fired.
You're done. You're done.
It's over. Furthermore, he'll be prosecuted for crimes against his country in a public trial by jury in the coming days. Yikes, that's gotta sting. You got a public trial? So, it seems that Her Majesty doesn't believe we need to fight fire with fire. Justice in this country needn't be administered from the shadows at all.
Mill Strongheart. The darkness you fostered to conceal your despicable actions these last 10 years is a thing of the past now. After today, your brand of law and order have no future, because no longer you are the Lord Chief Justice. Get him. In the eyes of the law and Her Majesty, the Queen, you are nothing but a criminal.
Inosuke's so cool!
Woo! Get
him!
Uh-oh.
Oh, okay, well we got our... Here we go.
Oh well. Kodasaja! Are you good?
Broke it. No.
Oh my god! Is he good? Uh-oh.
Is he good?
Oh! He's tipped the scales!
Scales are
he really
super
tipped the scales. Oh. Uh-oh. Oh. Oh.
The fire. This must have been what Gilded felt.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I lost my job. I'm such an awful person.
It's what he deserves. Get him out of here.
That's what he deserves. Kill him.
I like how he just like fell from the top. All. Oh. He's in shambles.
Strongheart in shambles. Lord Clint Van Zieks left a will in which he confessed to everything.
His eyes. Oh my god.
When those words came out of Asogi's mouth, it deranged me completely.
Oh, you are deranged, man.
You already knew. I knew I must do everything and anything in my power to contain the situation. But I couldn't find the damned document. I searched his cell, but it wasn't there. Oh. Which precipitated the jailbreak plot, I presume.
Oh, what do you mean?
The need to obtain that will was all-consuming. I was sure that if I facilitated Asogi's escape, he would emerge with the will somewhere on his person.
No, he's smart enough not to do that.
Right? But despite searching his limp body in the cemetery that night, it still eluded me.
Oh my god, that's so sad.
Mm-hmm.
Just searching through his limp body after he got shot in the chest.
Like, I mean, died immediately, honestly. It never even crossed my mind that it was concealed in the sword's hilt. Because you couldn't read Japanese, bitch.
Got him.
Oh, Vince, you need to get a little further away. He might smell.
Like burnt bologna.
Oh, what pains me now that my brother left this world without a word to me.
That makes me so sad right now.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Lord Van Zeeks. In point of fact, I think perhaps that isn't the case. Sorry?
Do you remember that one artist that was going through the game? You sent me something about like, oh, my brother's will, and my eyes were bulging out of my head when you sent that to me. I was like, she should know about this. How can that be?
There is more to his last will and testament.
We didn't read it all, sorry. What?
Oh, this is gonna hurt me.
Yeah, it might.
As I confront the... can I read through tears? Hold on. Prospect of my demise, I feel bitter regret for my younger brother. Varrock, you have always looked up to me, and now you follow in my footsteps to become a prosecutor. It is my fervent wish that my unspeakable deeds should not hinder your advancement. I ask not for understanding, for none could understand my depravity. I ask only for forgiveness.
He felt so awful about that whole thing.
Asogi is a fine detective and a hunter worth of respect. He has agreed to honor my final 2 wishes. The first is that this document survives. The second, I cannot commit to paper. Which was probably protect him.
Yeah.
I have confessed my sins to my wife. May she find resolution in my death.
Wherever she is.
With my eternal gratitude to my Japanese friend, I rest my quill. Clint Van Zeeks. Oh!
Owie!
That hurt me. Oh.
Clint. I forgot he completely, he just turns away. Whenever he puts his hand on that badge, it hit different. Why are we looking at you? Nobody cares about you.
Dang, he's looking at him. Oh. Male Strongheart. You colluded with Seishiro Jigoku in a criminal plot so immense it spanned the oceans, and you cold-heartedly murdered all those who knew the truth about what happened 10 years ago. But why did you set about that now, a whole decade later?
Clout.
Yep.
To ascend to the very... Clout! What'd I say? These last 10 years made me realize being the Lord Chief Justice wasn't enough. Short of becoming Her Majesty's Attorney General, I could have no real power to effect the changes needed in this country. And for that promotion, I needed to ensure no remnants of the past remained. How could you? I like everything to run smoothly in the exact manner I prescribe, like a well-oiled machine.
I see.
I was... User. And I was just a step away. And for your ambition to succeed. Did you even bother to count the number of brilliant people you had killed? No, he didn't care. He cared about himself. Mr. Reaper, are you not forgetting something? Such as? You very much adopted your usual prosecutor-like demeanor in these proceedings now. But the reality of the situation is that you are the defendants in this trial. She forgot.
He totally forgot.
This whole thing. However, the preceding judge would appear to have fallen for the bench as it were. Yes! There he is!
Oh my god. You see him, jeez.
He was waiting. May I suggest, therefore, that we entrust the final adjutation to an old friend? My lord! What do you sound like?
Here, but, you know, that.
Yeah. As a member of the judiciary, I've been following the proceedings from the gallery. And I must say, I shan't ever forget the extraordinary battle between good and evil that I witnessed here today. Judge, please hit me with a good gracious. I beg of you.
Ooh.
Yes, when the music kicks in. Ah! I love this game. The darkness that has blighted justice in our land these past 10 years has at last been dispelled. Thanks in no small part to the efforts of a bright young star from the east. Defense Counsel Naruhodo. You never said his name before, by the way.
Yes, my lord.
So good. On behalf of everyone here present in the Old Bailey, I give you my heartfelt thanks.
You're too kind, my lord.
The first time I faced you in court just under a year ago now, I had the faintest of intimations that a British justice so warped and twisted over its long history was finally to know change. This might just be the man to do it. He sensed that potential in Naruhodo, but he was so racist.
Sure was.
But
he hasn't said it since the character development.
Yeah, once Naruhodo was just like, you know, I'm gonna get you out of here. I'm gonna get you, like, you know, innocent. He hasn't really been racist.
And it's funny that his brother was best friends with a Japanese man himself.
Yeah. So was he. He looked up to Genshin so much.
Mm-hmm. But then I see why he just, like, got that way, because he's just like, this man killed my brother. When in reality, he didn't do it. I mean, well, they had a duel.
Yeah.
He did kill him, but it was... yeah. Dang,
it was okay with it.
Could you imagine what was said between those two? Oh.
Right? I gotta show it to you. I saw art of Genshin stabbing Clint. I saw art of it. It was that one person I was just like, oh, you can't look through this because it had so many spoilers. You can look through their whole gallery now at this point. But yeah, it's always interesting to see people's interpretations of, like, the duel. It's sad. But at the time, I wouldn't allow myself to acknowledge the possibility. I couldn't overcome my hatred of the Japanese after the circumstances of my brother's death.
He didn't want to, but with the circumstances and his brother,
Right. But he's better now. He can change. My name? You need to say Ryunosuke. Say it right now. Mr. Naruhodo. Allow me to apologize for countless discourtesies on my part. You are a lawyer of boundless talent.
Oh, thank you.
Van Zieks!
Oh, Lord Van Zieks! When I first arrived in Great Britain, I was literally a nobody. Certainly not a lawyer. The truth is, my fortunes have entirely been made by the miraculous people I've met. My best friend, Cosmo Sogi, who led me here to Great Britain in the first place. My loyal and ever-patient judicial assistant, Miss Susato, who helped me study to become a lawyer. The brilliant Lord Van Zieks, who never failed to challenge my Nipponese rival.
Throwing his words back at him. Notice that he didn't say Nipponese, he said Japanese.
Right.
I like it.
The exceptional master of logic and reasoning, who showed me the true art of deduction, Mr. Sholmes.
Stop scaring him. Saving the best for last, Mr. Naruhodo. What a relief.
I'm well aware that without all these people's help and support, I wouldn't be here where I am today. The truth is a guiding light that always led to happiness. I've lived by this principle for a long time now, but actually, it's not true. The truth can also cause great pain, sometimes even leave people in the brink of despair.
Oops. And for that reason, there are those who feel the need to hide the truth. Who do it instinctively, even.
Are you talking about yourself, Cosmo?
Probably.
But as soon as we allow our eyes to settle on something other than the truth, the darkness takes hold. And from there it grows, until eventually it makes us blind to the guiding light of the truth altogether. So, that's why it's my belief that we must all resolve never to avert our eyes from what is just and true. There he goes, ooh! One last time.
Yes!
So that we can continue to walk the straight and narrow path ahead. Good words.
You're so... I'm telling you, Ryunosuke's the coolest man on earth. Ah!
Oh. He's like, I gotta go.
Well, I must excuse myself now. But before I go, Mr. Naruhodo, let me compliment you on your grand opus.
What?
Without your beautifully composed case against Lord Strongheart, Her Majesty would have been unable to act. It wasn't just Sholmes who saved the day, Ryunosuke did all the work himself.
Yeah.
Thanks to you and your fellows, the haunting undertones of corrupting Britain's justice system have been silenced.
Thank you very much.
Yeah? Cosmo? Oh, sorry. Oh, Barak is sleeping again. So, until our paths cross again somewhere. Oh!
Oh! He's like, oh.
Keep scaring him. Well then. It would appear that this long trial has finally come to an end.
Oh my god, we're getting out of here at like 7 p.m.
Could it be 8:30? 8:45 p.m.?
It's probably...
My apologies for any anxiety caused, my lord.
Well...
I'm quite sure we shall meet again here in the courtroom before long, Prosecutor Barak Van Zieks. In conclusion of these proceedings, I hereby declare the defendant Barak Van Zieks. Let's go!
Let's go!
Let's go!
God, guilty! We did it! Woo!
How about with the fireworks? Let's go!
Yes!
Hit me with it, Judge. Let's hear it. Let's hear it, Judge. That is all. Court is adjourned. Yes!
And the last gavel hitting the... that's our final court session. Oh my god, what time is it? 4!
Not too late, but golly.
It's not realistic, I think it's too later. It really is all over. But did I sacrifice too much?
No, of course not.
Mr. Naruhodo. I really must congratulate you. It was a truly splendid performance. Honestly, I couldn't be happier for you.
The song, they changed it.
Thank you very much. Did they?
It's different,
yeah.
My client, yeah.
But I really couldn't have done it without you at my side, though, through it all, Mr. Sato.
Oh, I'm not gonna make it through these end credits.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
Your conference means so much to me. It really was a very splendid show, that Naruhodo.
Did you like it?
I'd have thought you'd be smiling from ear to ear, but you look rather glum. Well, you know.
I'm sorry. The fact that a lot of people died for no reason kind of has me sad.
I wasn't delighted about the verdict, but it's exposing the truth. I'm afraid I've caused my client a great deal of pain. I'm really not sure what a lawyer ought to be doing. Well, in that case, I'm quite sure that when you see Lord Van Zieks' smiling face, everything will seem much better. Yeah.
What's going on there?
Mrs. Sato.
Grinning ear to ear, I see.
Everything seems worse. He has a face like thunder.
He's just like that.
Oh dear. I really shouldn't have presumed.
Mr. Naruhodo.
Yes?
Almost a year it's been now since I first encountered you here in this very courthouse. Did they ever get the scorch marks from from McGilden's thing?
Oh my god.
Like, are they still on the floor? It'd be funny if they were. There's more scorch marks though. They added more scorch marks because of Strongheart.
Yeah, he's got a lot.
For you to have risen to the level of excellence you demonstrated today, well, it's quite remarkable.
But
I think it's refreshing.
The most unpalatable truth you could ever have imagined in court today.
I think it's refreshing to like
something you held so dear.
It's refreshing to have the truth out, no matter how bad it is. You know, Rinosuke.
Oh,
what was it he said? To fight those who dwell in the darkness requires at least some of us to occupy the darkness ourselves. How'd you remember all that? I wouldn't have. But that was just the feeble excuse of a coward. And only those with a steadfast eye for the truth have what it takes to fight the dark forces of crime. You made fine work of establishing that fact in court today.
Oh. Well, thank you. But Magnanimus Swords?
Magnanimous? I don't know.
Magnanimous Swords? I'm quite sure that Kazuma-sama would have a smile on his face at this very moment if he were here. Kazuma.
Hey, Kazuma! What's going on?
Hey,
why aren't you smiling?
You should smile. They're both not smiling. Mrs. Sato.
Frowning.
There's another face like thunder here. Oh my! And he really was here.
Why wouldn't he be? Oh! Lord Van Zeeks. Yeah, Becky, I took so many screenshots of this because like they're standing next to each other.
Oh my god!
Allow me to congratulate you on your acquittal.
Take screenshots.
Many screenshots, like... I was like, oh my goodness, they're standing next to each other just like I've always wanted. Congratulate me or curse me. You failed to bring down the Reaper. I mean... technically... I owe you an apology. No, it is I who should apologize. Do we have to go? We leave you by yourselves? Your father, Genshin, if I had been stronger then perhaps. I made an unforgivable error of judgment. I can offer no excuse. And I can offer no forgiveness. Okay, Kazu. It's interesting how they made it like Vigil and Kazuma are just like, I won't forgive you for this, but you know. That said, I suppose you fought for justice and the truth. For that at least I can't withhold respect.
Though he's looking away.
Right? Guys, what's going on over here? Ah!
Oh! Ah!
Oh! Oh!
Oh!
Your words hurt more to me than you could.
Hold on. Oh my god. Kazuma-sama.
My men. I must say, there's one thing that's still bothering me.
What's that?
The will that Lord Clint Van Zeeks wrote before his duel with my father. Get a nice little glimpse at the CG again.
Dang, his leggy up, I can't. Genshin, I might have made fun of you before, but you looking mighty fine back there now.
Genshin was a fine man, to be honest. Some people draw him
Genshin is a fine
not
detective
fine.
and a hunter worth of respect.
He's also a fine man.
Fine man, if I didn't iterate that again. The last thing he's like, I could not say.
Right? He can't commit to paper, so he told Genshin, but he just didn't write it down.
Oh.
And Genshin took that to his grave because he didn't expect to die.
Damn. My Japanese friend, I rest my quill. Quit Van Zeeks.
What can the second of his final wishes have been? Not sure if father agreed to honor your name.
I think perhaps...
Who's thinking over here?
Oh, I think perhaps. I might be able to shed some light on that. What? Father? It was 10 years ago, as you know.
I didn't know he was going to talk about this now. I thought he was talking about it later.
Scheduled. Oh.
I thought he was talking about this later.
My fellows to Genshin. Oh.
I wasn't prepared to see this yet.
Why aren't you putting up more of a fight, Genshin? If you only agreed to Seishiro and I would gladly petition the government. We've been through this already. You don't need to worry about me. Anyway, Yuji, I have a favor to ask you. Something of great importance. You're one of my greatest friends, Genshin. Whatever it is, consider it done. I'm going to tell you an address. I need you to go there at once, in secret and telling no one. You should find a lady of the gentry in hiding there. Lady of the gentry? Gentry, I think. Gentry. She's not in a good way, and she's with the child. The birth is imminent. As a medical man, I'd like you to attend to her. Please, you're her only hope. By any chance, is the child yours, Genshin? Don't be daft. It's a favor that was asked of me by a man I knew, as his dying wish. My goodness. I swore to the man that I would help, that I would do whatever I would for his wife and his unborn child. Oh? But if something should happen to me, I need to ask you the same favor. You're the only person I know I can trust, truly rely on. What did you say? If something were to happen to you? Tomorrow night, you're going to be... You never know though, do you? What life will bring?
He was so looking forward to getting out!
Alright then, tell me the address. Right there, what? No, not with him. Pardon? This is a favor I'm asking of you, and only you, Yuji. Right, I see. Very well then. That very night I caught a train from Paddington? My god, Paddington? To Darmore in...
Darman.
I found the old house in the middle of nowhere. It was an old hunting hound that lay asleep in the grounds. Oh? The poor woman was on the floor at the back of a dark room. She was in mortal danger. I broke her water to participate the labor. To precipitate? Yeah, the labor before she weakened further, but it was a treacherous birth. I did everything humanly possible for her and her child.
You should take a closer look at her.
Well then.
Like I faded out.
I get the concept. Well, and in the end, I was lucky enough to witness a new life into the world. But tragically, she died.
Of course.
I mean, the hair tells it all. I
mean, the
my
implications.
Efforts to save the mother's life were in vain. I held the healthy newborn girl in my arms and wept for longer than I care to remember. Aww.
She was crying.
Eventually, in something of a daze, I looked around the room. It was a precious... Oh! There was a precious, there was precious little in it, but an old... this baby crying is... I can't read... caught my eye. It was clearly been well looked for over the years. Made of top quality leather with fine stitching. But it was when I saw the emblem on the side of that everything dropped into place. Well... Baskerville. B is for Baskerville. I love the theme of the Baskervilles, by the way. I love this theme.
Yeah.
Baskerville? Though I had no implication of this at all. I just remember hearing it, like, pop up on, like, Spoofy. Like, this is good.
Spoofy.
You mean
now you know.
The woman was the wife of the Lord Clint Van Zieks? Obviously, the child is Iris.
And you're like, I wonder why people draw her with these guys. Mm-hmm. Well, Becky.
Well,
now you know.
His child! Oh my god! That's kind of tragic.
Yeah. It's kind of sad how Clint was like, he literally told Genshin, like, please, like, make sure they're okay.
Aww. That's right.
Wow.
Dang. I'm at least happy Iris is safe and sound.
Yes, there's that at least.
Even though, and was his daughter.
He's like, I hope I get to see my dad someday. Like, well, no, you don't.
Oh my god, we've been going through this about her dad. Clint was never an option at all.
No, you wouldn't have thought either. Especially when you look at Clint, because he doesn't look. I mean, he's got the pink, right? His hair is pink, but like. She looks a lot more like her mother than him, so it's like...
And, like, she's got the little swirl, the hair, and... Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Nah, he wouldn't have popped up. And I was always thinking, like, it's Clint Van Zieks.
Of course. Yeah.
Why on earth wouldn't have Clint trusted the child to my care in that case?
You were in no mental state to be taking care of a child.
Exactly! Look at you! Look at you!
Not to be mean, but look at you!
You're depressed, you're an alcoholic!
You drink
I was completely
wine.
unaware that even he had a daughter.
I'm so sorry. I suppose he didn't really have any choice.
What?
Well, your brother said that he'd confessed everything to his wife, so she must have been beside herself with worry for her child. If the true identity of the professor were ever to be made public,
yeah, my daughter is
forever branded as the daughter of the infamous mass murderer. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was for her, it was good.
Yeah, for her own good, basically. All of that was done for her own good.
Mm-hmm.
So so the only solution was to distance the young girl from the Van Zieks family as much as possible. I don't believe it.
I imagine that in his final hour, Lord Clint Van Zieks made the obvious choice. He would... is someone I can trust. He put a lot of trust in him.
He sure did.
I honored my promise to Genshin, of course. However, only a month later, I was summoned back to Japan. Without closing the parentage of the child, I couldn't obtain permission to take her with me. It's like, Sholmes, take her.
Take her. I obviously trust you to do this.
Oh, how awful.
You, an 18-year-old. Just remember Sholmes was 18 when this all happened.
Oh my god, yeah. I was completely at a loss. In the end, I had to ask my great friend. I asked him if he would be the father to her. That must be Mr. Sholmes, I presume. And I mean, connect the dots, everybody.
Come on, everyone.
Alright, yes. He took one look in her eyes and agreed to it on the spot. Aww.
He's a good man.
Mr.
A little wacky,
he
but he's a very good man.
Yeah. Really. All I can be said is that I did for the child was to give her a name. Oh?
Ryunosuke.
When I came to Britain, I was trying to escape from the grief of losing my darling wife. So it was her name that I gave the little girl. Your wife's name? Professor Mikotoba, in other words. Yes? The name of my mother? Ayame Mikotoba. Oh! Yeah? That's right. Ayame. Or in English, Iris.
There you go.
Iris.
Do we know an Iris? I don't think we know an Iris.
I had no idea. Ouch! Mr. Huddle, what's wrong? She's calling in. The little thing just pinched me on the behind from my trouser pocket hard.
You sure it wasn't Kazuma?
There's this theme, I haven't heard it forever.
Right. Ah, my dear fellows, can you hear me?
You sure it wasn't Cosmo? Well, Mr. Schultz, is that you? Ouch! Yes, we could hear you. He's just getting back at us.
Right. You see what excessive talking can do. Let that be a lesson to you.
Mr. Schultz, we aren't able to thank you properly before, but you are simply marvelous. Your checkmate move was a stroke of genius.
Indeed it was, wasn't it? I surpassed myself, I feel. It had become apparent to me to stop the Lordship's injustice would require such measures. Iris!
Bruno! Susie! Oh, Iris? Oh.
Are we all...
I'm so pleased! What a wonderful outcome! Majesty Queen Vicky said that she thought my special blend was delicious. Oh, I'm sure she did. After all, no one brews a more delicious tea than you do, Iris. Let's have a party to celebrate. And Mr. Reaper, you simply must come too.
Well, I'm afraid I couldn't.
Reaper of the
Literally
family, flustered by a 10-year-old girl. Again.
Yeah, be respectful. That's his niece.
Really? Oh, poo.
Oh. But I give you my word that I shall present myself at your residence in the near future to express my gratitude.
Oh, how lovely. You promise now. I won't let you forget. Bye for now, then. Alright, Iris. Thank you for all your help earlier. Oh, that was nothing. Just come back home soon.
Girl, I sure will. They leave and they get by a car.
One final pinch goodbye, was it? You're smiling!
Oh, so cute!
Aww.
Well, I think I ought to be leaving.
No, you don't.
Lord Van Seeks, would you care to accompany me? What? Respectfully or disrespectfully?
Both?
Certainly. With some indifference, perhaps.
Okay.
I took a screenshot of this too. I even wait for Van Zeeks to finish speaking. It's like mid-word, honestly. Mr. Naruto, allow me once again to express my deep gratitude to you.
Oh my god.
I believe you saved my life.
Let's just get that his hand. It's fine. I got it. It's fine. Wait, they're Van Zeeks.
Yes?
What are you intending to do now?
What do you mean? Go home and drink wine, I think. Well, clearly I shall have to resign from the prosecutor's office.
Oh? Oh no!
I intend to publicize the full truth about the Professor case. Once that's done, the Van Zeeks family will be ostracized completely from London society.
Right, right.
Repercussions.
Surely not.
As soon as I am free from my employment, I shall leave the capital.
Are you leaving? Oh, I see.
Don't be a fool. Yeah!
There! My God.
Are those the actions of a man once feared as the mighty Reaper of the Bailey? I beg your pardon. For the past 10 years, you've endured the pseudonym and been cast as one of the Dark Forces yourself. He's got a lot of screenshots, too. Now that you've finally been free from that dispute with...
To make sure, like, the screenshot thing's out of the way, because...
Well, I certainly never expected to hear those words from your lips.
Hey.
What are you gonna do? Do you want to kiss about it? I waited a very long time to come to London. Now that I'm properly here, I intend to learn all that I can.
Oh, do you now?
And you know, skin matter.
Oh my God! How dare he?
Goodbye, Kazuma.
Cosmo's like, Cosmo's Sogi. Seems as though he's really matured suddenly.
It's the trauma. He's getting over it now.
He's not the only who matured, Mr. Naruhodo. Well, I think we should make our way back to Baker Street. We must help Iris for tonight's dinner. We must.
I thought Mikotoba told the story about Iris's birth like later. I thought they'd be in the house and they'd be talking about it. I totally forgot he did it just literally right here.
Then, that I came to an important decision about my future.
Oh, what is it? What is it, Rinosuke? What's going on?
Chicken.
Chicken. If Kazu heard these screaming.
I'm home! Oh, Gina! Oh my God!
About time you got here. We've been waiting ages, Otto.
What are you doing with that colorful piece of history?
It's a party, innit? It's gotta go out with a bang. I mean fireworks, ideally. Well, when you ain't got fire, smoke's the next best thing, ain't it?
That's a girl on Fresno Street who helped you with that, I think. Oh.
Still takes her a very long time to load that thing. Right, I'll remember that.
You don't have to reload that thing every time I speak.
Whoever is saying this?
Yeah, this is quite the extraordinary thing.
Might be Sholmes.
Yeah.
Talking to his man. I assure you, it will defy your expectations. Take down every detail now, Mikotoba.
Ah, the world-famous great detective. Regling his partner with the tale of his adventure. A sight to behold.
Would you care to hazard a guess? Where do you suppose the fiendish runaway had concealed himself? Would you believe? Inside the trunk I found abandoned in his cabin. I mean, I was there.
I would believe it, yes.
I say, Mikotoba, I detect not a hint of surprise.
I wonder why that is, Maybe because I was there for the scene as well, Sholmes.
What? You were? Then why the deuce didn't you say so before? I mean, to be fair, Becky, he did have his eyes closed the whole time.
Right. Not quite the sight I was expecting to behold, but still. It's hard not to feel privileged to see it. Hello, Mr. Sholmes, Professor Mikotoba. I'm finally back from the Bailey.
And not a moment too soon. If he's prepared, my Iris and Mr. Sato awaits.
I must say, I haven't seen Susato looking so happy in a very long time.
Girl.
Ah, Bruno! There you are! Dinner's on the table, everybody. Please come and take a seat.
Time to fill me boots.
Yes, Gina.
You already know. She be saying things and we just nod and agree.
Goodness! Is that really true, Gina?
Yep, I'm losing me Copper's Carver and going back to what I know best. It's a diver's life for me.
You're relieving the police force? But why, Ginny? Well,
the boss ain't around no more, so...
Oh.
And anyway, no matter how hard I try, Reaper ain't never gonna accept a diver turned dick, is he?
Okay. Don't worry, just go over there and ask him. I'm sure it'll be okay.
Yeah, talk to Cosmo specifically.
Well, people can change, you know.
Ah, yes, that reminds me. I'd rather thoughtfully offer to relieve the bailiff of this now defunct piece of evidence.
Aww. It's Inspector Pocket Watch. It's the current.
They had to give us the theme one last time,
yes. That watch was his pride and joy, a symbol of his great achievements at Scotland Yard. For 10 years without fail, it measures every second of the man's remarkable career. But now, it's stopped. Someone needs to keep the memory of Inspector Gregson's career alive by taking on the great responsibility of wielding that watch every single day again. Whining. Yes, someone who has an equally fierce detective spirit. There she is.
It's gotta be me. There ain't no one else. Yes, girl, let's go.
Quite right.
I mean, after all, the boss was... Well, he was my boss.
Oh, Ginny. Yes, he was. Odds do.
Oh. Yeah. Oh yeah, and I made you a promise and all, didn't I, Iris? Gina, let's not talk about that, Iris. Gina, let's not talk about that. That I become a proper detective one day and track down your old man.
We're gonna just tell her? Oh.
And we're giving awkward stares. Alright then, it's decided. I'll do it. And I swear. I'll find your dad and bring him back, kicking and screaming. Well, I mean, he's gonna be a very decayed corpse, but I get it. Sholmes?
We're just gonna say it, we're just gonna spill it.
Entirely sure that would be appropriate.
Yes, I think, Gina, it might be best to, well... I think I'd like to forget that promise, Gina. Iris? Well, obviously I've always wondered about who my real daddy is. Of course I have. I wanted to know where I've come from. I thought it might tell me something about myself. But I've caused a lot of trouble trying to find out for so many people. Heathy, Bruno, Professor Mickey. Oh, no, not at all, my dear. Really, you owe no apology to anyone. Well, anyway, I've decided to give up on it because I finally realized my daddy is the greatest in the world.
I mean, he did kill a few people, but...
I don't think it matters what his name is or where he's from. Don't you agree? Heathy? Aww.
Did it not hit him yet? With every word, Iris.
Thank you, Herbie. Thank you, Daddy. Aww.
I think, Mikotoba. You thinking about Sholmes?
Yes, Sholmes.
I think that I ought to express my gratitude to you.
Oh?
6 years, you and I solved many a mystery together. During that time, I remember countless expressions of gratitude for our good services. But moments ago, I heard I've experienced it, were it not for you.
You old softy Sholmes. and I must confess, it's a weight off my mind to hear you say it. Here he goes.
Well, then I think this calls for a lengthy violin recital, wouldn't you say?
Uh-huh.
Oh, well, the food sure would get cold. That's the only problem. Maybe next time, Harvey.
He just closes his eyes. Are you sure a week is long enough, Iris? Oh, Sholmes. I like the hint of his shirt beneath the waistcoat. It's a little slutty.
Even amidst the most troubling of cases, even reeling from the most shocking of revelations, returning in the evening of this suite of rooms is always warmth and happiness to be had. The home of the world's greatest detective, and my home too, with my greatest family. Aw.
Very dark in here.
Yes. This attic room has been my home and office for almost a year now. I've certainly had some unforgettable experiences whilst I've lived here.
No kidding.
But I think now, the time has come. Time to bid this place farewell.
I'm glad that after calling everyone his family, Ryunosuke's like, I'm gonna leave. Like,
no,
fuck you.
Oh, Professor? Are you alone? I didn't hear any sound from Susato's room. Yes, Susato-san went out after dinner. She took a carriage. Something about an important matter she needed to take care of. Ah, I see. It gets quiet. I wanted to thank you for what you did earlier. Oh? With Iris, I mean. When the subject of her father came up. Poor Clint Van Zeeks. I made my mind many years ago never to tell her who her real father was. It's what we agreed with Genshin after all.
That's true.
Clint Van Zeeks' final wishes before he died, you mean? Yes, I've had to take some rather drastic steps at times to protect that secret, you know.
That's why he's being so shady. It's like pretend to be sick.
Calling Susato back to Japan 6 months ago, for example. That's why. When I read Soseki-san's report about her final days in London, my heart nearly stopped. You'd stumble across the crux of the terrible case, the dog's collar. The description of the Baskervilles' insignia left me in no doubt. Baskerville. If you decide to investigate that insignia, sooner or later you'd have made the connection to the Van Zeeks. And to make another matters worse, Susato knew of the unpublished story as well. A story that Iris had written based on my notes from the time.
Puppy.
Ah yes, the Hound of the Baskervilles. Exactly. Now it makes perfect sense now.
Alright.
It was a work of fiction, but based on the grim reality of a huge beast of a dog being used as a murder weapon. A dog with the Baskerville family emblem around its neck. Armed with those two clues, I feared you and Susato might arrive at the truth. So I invented that story about having collapsed just to justify her leaving London and returning to Japan at once. All in amid of halting my investigation you and she might have been contemplating. I see. Something I never understood is why Susato-san came across the manuscript in Japan, though. You know, Iris's The Hound of Baskerville's story, Sholmes sent it to me. That was before Susato left Japan. He was very troubled about what she had done about it, you see. I'd read it and carelessly left it on my desk, which is where Susato came across it, of course. Ah. It was the only case Sholmes and I never pursued that I didn't record in meticulous detail. I was stunned when I discovered the young Iris had pieced together so much of it from my Paltry notes?
Paltry.
Paltry! Sholmes and I discussed the matter and decided that we couldn't allow the story's publication. At that point, I returned the manuscript by post to Sholmes' for safekeeping. So you did all that to stop Iris from finding out the truth about her father? That's right, because Sholmes had told me how astute she'd become. However, having witnessed events in court today, I must say my opinion has somewhat shifted. Oh? I think at some point in the future, the time will come for Iris to know the truth. And when it does, well, I believe it will be for the best. I think so too. Actually, Professor, I wanted to talk to you about something too. Judging from the expression, I'd say you've come to a decision, have you? Yes, I have. I will be returning with you to Japan. Are you quite sure? I've really only here as a substitute for Kazuma, but he's here in Britain now, as originally intended. Locum student Naruhodo doesn't really need a right
Seki-san's
to
still
say,
here.
I think. Aw. Let's see. Looking back now, when I first arrived here in February. No, it's February. It's almost February now. Oh,
The empty office.
Oh
yes.
God. My becoming a lawyer just seemed to be the way things turned out. With Kazuma, Susato-san, and Mr. Sholmes all gently pushing me to the direction. Him laughing is like the funniest animation.
Right. Throws himself back.
I spent the best part of my years immersed in this world, but always aware of the seed of doubt inside me. Until today. Standing in the courtroom earlier, all doubts vanished from my mind. I was totally focused. I was sure of my belief in my client, and I was sure I could see the trial through. And at the end of it, I finally realized no one else chose this path for me. I chose it myself.
Yes, Ryunosuke, yes.
Ryunosuke Slay! Let's go! The path of the defense lawyer, eh? Yes, that's what I am now. That's what I'll be going back with you to Japan as. And that's the path I'll be following for the rest of my life. Aww! Well, it sounds like you've made quite a resolution there. I have. Very well then. I must say, it's extremely welcoming news. I shall make arrangements for your return first thing tomorrow, but I don't imagine we'll depart for a few days. Not with the symposium having been cancelled now. Such a shame.
Right?
Yep. Never mind. I'm sure there'll be another opportunities in the future. Well then, I'll bid you good night. Sato.
What's up, girl?
Hey!
Did you hear all that?
You know,
My bad.
Sato-san. She's just like,
I
Hello.
just wanted to let you know I'm back.
Come over here, Susato.
Come here, let's talk.
Did you, hear what your father and I were discussing? Of course you did.
I'm sorry, I did. Yes, I couldn't help but...
Oh, how much did you hear?
Well,
All of it?
from the part where Iris' real father, I think.
In other words, from the beginning.
So you've made up your mind. You'll return to Japan and continue working as a defense lawyer.
Ah, yes, I'm sorry. I wish I should have consoled you about it. I did want to earlier this evening, actually, but you'd already gone out.
Oh no, that's quite alright. I already knew that it's about what you've decided, Miss Naruhodo-san.
You did? No? Oh.
Look at them.
Well...
Alright, who's gonna say it first? I want you to come with me.
Sato-san.
Yes?
Be my judicial assistant.
Yeah, just say it, Rinosuke.
I suppose it means it has to be farewell soon.
I suppose.
You'll be great help to Kazuma going forward. I mean, I know he's a brilliant lawyer, but he's new to the British courtroom. I mean, he's good at it in general.
He is really good at it.
Certainly benefit greatly after, with the judicial assistant at his side. Brilliant judicial assistant.
I'll do my very best.
I wish I could say
So...
it, but I just can't. I can't ask her to come with me. After all,
Rinosuke.
she was always supposed to be coming to Britain as Kazuma's assistant. Oh, the freaking spade.
Yeah.
But I know she's looking out the window.
It's getting
She should have
late.
been like, I remember we argued
We
about
should both
this.
try to get some sleep. I'm sure you must be exhausted after today.
Oh, yes, you're right.
Before I retire, let me just say one more thing.
Say it one more time. Gosh.
You really are quite splendid in court today. So if you ask me, anyone who thinks of you as a substitute or a locum should be ashamed of themselves.
Sato-san. Thank you. There's gonna be a point where I can't read dialogue anymore.
It's gonna happen.
No!
I like how they're just like, you know, you don't even deserve to.
You don't. Oh my god. Yeah, you don't deserve it. I'm just. Hold on. I know. Oh, well.
Oh, you already know, huh?
It's the freaking pier! Remember last time at the pier? Oh my god.
This is the final pier as well.
It is. Oh, here we go again. Hold on, let me just see here. You'll know it. The screenshot.
Well, gotta get to that point. Can't read no dialogue.
Uh-huh.
Were you gonna say it's been nice?
It's been nice knowing, you, and not having these feelings of sadness.
Now you'll know. You'll know my pain. Every day I wake up and like, I wish I didn't play the Greatest Journey, so I could play it again from the very beginning and not know what's gonna happen.
That today's finally come.
Ah!
Oh, Iris.
You're really leaving then, Runo?
I'm afraid so, Iris. Thank you so much for everything. I don't know how to do without your wonderful cooking and delicious tea.
Oh, I wish you weren't going, but you have to come back and visit. Say you will.
Of course, I promise. Writes the fic where he comes back. Oh, he stands up like a Dark Souls character. Oh no!
I have to take my Estus Flask, Holmes.
My Estus Flask.
My Estus Flask.
It was a very brief reunion, but it was a pleasure to pursue a case with you again after so long.
Should have seen them kissing.
It felt like old times.
Yes, I suppose on reflection.
Everybody's
something
meeting
to be
their
said for
partners.
it.
Where was my
Right?
partner?
Where's Kazuma? There's something to be said for it. Having a little fun once in a while.
I'll just go and say goodbye to the professor as well, I think.
Alright, Iris. You do that.
Bye. There's a horse over there.
There is a horse over there. It's not 3D.
What's up, girl?
Guys. Huh?
Sato-san.
Oh. Wait, we're
Complete
getting
silence,
voice
please.
acting? Oh, Jesus. Oh, no.
Yes, Becky, we do get voice acting. I'm sorry to say.
お荷物はすべて正室に運び込みました。
旅立ちにふさわしい素晴らしい朝でございますね。
Oh, it hits different when there's voices.
さあさん、今まで本当にお世話になりました。アソーギによろしく伝えてくれますか？
Where's Kazuma? Please.
それはご自分の口からお伝えする方が良いかと存じます。
Oh.
なるほど。
アソーギ、
なるほど。
どうして？
Oh my god!
Becky, I have that clipped. I got that clipped. I listen to it every day. I listen to it every day.
親友の旅立ちだ。見送らぬわけがないだろう。
ありがとう。
Just to hear him laugh again
I
means
know.
everything, dude.
女王陛下の国でお前と大暴れするのを楽しみにしていたけど、
He's looking forward to what he get to do with it next time, Kazuma.
Next time.
うん。どうやらそいつはまたの機会だな。貴様と再び法廷で向き合う日を楽しみにしている。
あ、
Mm-hmm.
でも弁護士同士じゃ向き合うのは無理じゃないかな。
俺は検事になる。
Hey.
You know he's gonna say a prosecutor. It's like, I like being
You
evil.
keep being evil, boy. Ooh.
しばらくは万事
I like
屈
being
強の
kind of
下
hot
で
and
勉強
bad
す
in the
る。
courtroom.
そして
Kinda bad though. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, what? That's sexy.
いずれは死神に被験する検事になってやるさ。
I hope he treats you well.
I hope so as well.
か。
If you're facing up against him, it's fine.
Yeah.
なるほど。
お
一つ。
I got he
頼みがある
got.
のだが
なんだ？
今しばらくこいつを持っていてくれないか。
What? You're not.
カルマ、どうして？
俺は見てしまった。あの日、俺の中に住む魔物の姿を。
Oh.
Nocturne.
Oh.
あの刑事と対峙した最後の時、瞬きにも満たぬほんの刹那。俺はあの刑事に対して確かに殺意を抱いていた。
I bet you did, yeah.
I wanted to kill
人の
him.
心に救う
That's so raw coming from Kazuma.
そいつは俺の中にもいたのだ。俺はその事実を永遠にこの胸に刻む。そしてその魔物に見入られた者たちとこれから対峙していくつもりだ。検事として。
それがお前の覚悟ということか。
俺が自らの中に住む魔物を切り伏せるその日まで。これは貴様に託す。受け取ってくれ。
ああ、わかった。確かに預かっておく。
Gotta say, I don't like this cutscene.
それではその日まで僕は僕の道を行くよ。
なるほど様。
Do you mind?
I was having a moment, really. Didn't lean in or anything.
これからなるほど様が進まれて
They
いく
started to lean in the kiss and
Yeah,
Susato spoke
yeah.
up.
私がお供してはお邪魔でございましょうか。
And then she just like comes in and like, yeah.
You just stole my man.
それは僕だって一緒に来てほしいです。でも佐藤さんは
Kazuma,
思った通りだな。
please.
You're so predictable, Ryunosuke.
本当に変わらない。 お前らしいことだな。
Oh.
なるほど。
思った通りってまさか知ってたのか。
あの日バンジークス教の裁判が終わった夕刻、彼女は一人で検事局を訪ね
Yes,
てきた
that's
の
where
だ。
she went. I had a feeling.
I went to see Kazuma.
御言葉教授と話したあの日。
なるほどとともに日本へ。
はい。勝手なことを言って申し訳ございません。
それを言うためにわざわ
Girl,
ざ
you do what you want.
義理がたいことだな。
Oh, he's just like turn around. My God.
それであいつはなんと。
あの方は何もおっしゃりません。もしかしたらご迷惑なのかも。
あいつも義理がたい男だ。
Girl, he needs
い
you.
るはずがないだろう。
Yeah, he really needs to. Yeah.
I'm gonna last a day without her.
あいつのそばにいてやってほしい。これは俺からの頼みだ。
はい。
佐藤さん、
いかがでしょうか。なるほど様。
佐藤さんが隣にいればどんな法廷でも怖くありません。これからも僕と一緒に戦ってくれますか。
Together we're gonna take out the world. Looks at Cosmo.
Sorry, Kazuma, too late. You're not my assistant.
ふつつかものではございますがよろしくお願いいたします。
僕の方こそふつつかっぷりでは負けませんよ。
Scream.
されましたか。
でも佐藤さんの荷物はもう出航の時間です。
あ、それならば心配ございません。
He's a mess without her. Oh
ス
my
サダの
God.
荷物は
Honestly, literally. Ow.
船に積み込んでございますので。
She already had this plan. You laugh so much.
優秀な
Yes, baby.
女子だな。
Yes, King.
I get it, honk.
なるほどくん。そろそろ出航の時間なの。
I wish.
I win.
それでは行くがいい。
I don't
達
want
者
to
で
go.
な。なるほど。
No, I wanna go. Susato, you go, I stay.
So you go. Actually, I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna become his assistant.
Exactly. And his assistant, no, I'm
麻
sorry.
生剣を抜け。
Wait. Which sword?
My Mr. Naruhodo didn't think he would do this in front of everybody.
Well then. The sun is rising.
I lied about that thing the other day, by the way.
Oh my God.
いつか僕たちの道が
Help me!
再び交差すると
Help me!
お前と琴の葉の刃を交わすことになるだろう。その時を待って
Ah!
弁護士として
その言葉を
Eyeball!
Eyeball! Eyeball!
Eyeball! Man, this kid got me fucked up.
それではまた会おう、アソギ。
ああ、必ずな。なるほど。
ホームズさん、本当にお世話になりました。ああ、本当にね。
God,
お世話
hearing
を
his
したものだよ、
voice.
君。
I haven't heard it like too much at all.
このご恩を
This man was in an arrow, I think.
Right.
Drama City, perhaps?
ぜひ思い出してほしいものだな。
He sounds like the oldest man on earth.
僕が君たちの国にお邪魔した時にね。実はこいつは意外に知られていない事実なのだが、
Many are ignorant of the fact.
この地球はね、思ったよりも狭いのだよ。
いつかぜひ日本に来てください。
その時はもう全力で歓迎いたしますとも。
それなら私も行くの。
そうと決まったらしばしのお別れだね、諸君。
これで僕の物語はおしまいだ。不思議な運命で地球の裏側まで旅をした僕は、一生をかけて旅を続ける僕だけの道を見つけた。この長い旅のどこかできっとまた彼らに出会う日が来る。その時僕は懐かしいあの声を聞くはずだ。
さあ、ゲームの始まりだ。
東より訪れた友を乗せた船が水平線の向こうへ遠ざかってゆく。だがホームズの顔は明るかった。時代が流れても友情は変わらないよ、ワトソン。彼らに会いたくなったらそっと目を閉じればいいのさ。
私はそっと目を閉じる。その時私は懐かしいあの声を聞くはずだ。
意義あり。
Yeah.
また会おうね。
And there you have it. There you have it. Shoot Takumi! You! Got me hurting so hard. Oh my god. I'm not reading this dialogue. I'd rather die than read this dialogue, man. I don't have time for this. Yeah, it's a little fast. It's going fast. I don't have it. Yeah. I think there's gonna be some dialogue I didn't get to read. Kazuyonori, you son of a bitch! Kazuyonori with the character design. He did it. Thank you for everything, Daddy. Lotion invented as well. Yasumasa Kitagawa. Good music. Always on point. It's true. Maybe emo about my brother, about myself in my room. There it is. I still wear your prosecutor's badge. Ah! No, he's a friend now. Naruhodo's a friend now. Oh. Tina! And Toby, can't forget the man. Toby, baby. Aww. Why didn't they clean up the mess at the... I really wish I could have said how grateful I was before he, Thank you, whoever wrote that line specifically. Oh my god. Ah, yes. And there he is.
There he is. Hmm.
Man, Gregson, you didn't deserve it. His little grin.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god. The candlesticks were burning perfectly back there and not, you know.
Look at this motherfucker.
Oh my god. Ouchie. Get the fuck out. Oh my god!
Log Eyes baby! And Ray, she was there too.
Yes, Ray is there, yes. I'm sorry, the kitties are so cute.
I know.
Oh my god, he's
got
still
beat up. Ah, yes.
Oh,
Women.
well.
You don't mind, do you?
Oh, she has a snake on her arm? I didn't notice this.
Oh, yes, she does, yeah.
Oh my god, well. Dun, 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 my favorite OST. Dun, dun,
Yes.
dun, 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 dun. She's smiling, I love that.
Yeah. I'm trying to see what part I didn't. Well, I mean, I don't remember this. I don't know about whatever happened here. Oh, Barrock, come to my rescue again, please.
He's like, I can't afford it. Oh my god. You at the Waterloo.
You can't be going to Water. You gotta go somewhere else. You gotta use Soseki-san's old apartment.
Dun, dun,
Court
dun,
record
dun,
evidence.
dun, dun,
2 people worked on that.
dun. Ooh.
Ooh, there she is.
Oh, ma'am. Dun, 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 dun.
She kind of broke her end of the bargain.
She sure did.
Because he was like, "Oh, don't look at his face," and she just did it anyway.
She's shh.
Shh! Don't tell anybody. Episode title illustrations: Yumiko Chida. Good job. Excellent job, actually. Oh boy, Daily, my spaghetti man.
There I am, the French baguette himself.
Baguette. No, I cannot do it. This is ridiculous.
This is ridiculous. Oh.
You made lots of new friends here.
Lots of new friends, I see.
Well.
We're all gonna strike it rich together. Look it out. Oh! Look at them. They're trustworthy young men.
Yeah.
Ah! Why are you still here?
When I was accepted as sub-force.
I wanted you there to see it.
Aww.
I ended up in the dock. There's no one I would have rather had defending me. He never said that to Ryunosuke. For some reason I thought he did. That, like, his whole intention was, like, you know, if I ever got caught for that murder, I wanted you to defend me for it. I fucked up. How much does this game cost? $30? $30 is a ring. This is a pretty good price.
Thank you, Cosmo, for your good words.
You're good, man, Cosmo. Oh, no.
Don't hit me. No.
Don't do it, please.
Made some tea, Naruhodo-san. It's important for you to rest while you can. Once you arrive in Japan, you should be busy establishing your new office. I'm so delighted to be accompanying you. After all, your talent has been recognized by a great detective. Because you really are the greatest of lawyers. A great ace attorney.
You sure are! You sure are!
Aww.
He is. I know he is.
Mm-hmm.
There it is.
Oh,
I screamed
it. Now.
There's the picture.
Ah, look at that. Yeah, babies.
I think we get the other. Yep. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Here we go.
So what are your thoughts on this, awful game?
Aww! It's just the worst. Oh my god.
I'm telling you, this is an awful video game. I'm not gonna lie, I hated this game.
There they are.
Yeah. Just cast list. So sicky, so I still got the babies with
Jesus.
That's me, actually.
Grave. Then we met back with Susato.
The real Susato, not the fake one.
We're back with our fam.
Oh, there she is. Just lick my balls.
My god.
My fiance died of ligma.
There he goes.
What's ligma?
Oh, there they are.
Yes.
Boop, boop.
There he goes.
Soseki, get it!
It's going crazy.
I'm like, oh my god.
Enoch.
There he is.
That's my guy. There he goes.
Oh
Does a gay little dance that pisses you off.
Wow. There she is.
Miss Two Spills. Yes.
The goths
Courtney.
are coming.
Yes.
She about to get me with the...
She's gonna get me home.
Oh my god. Aww. Freaking Beppo. Hot actual hero. Is it?
Let's talk about BNHA, I guess. This guy.
There goes these two.
Those short pants.
I know.
Why didn't Genshin and what's his face Clint get a
Bye,
model?
Aww. Aww.
Yes.
Oh my god,
get
it! Get it! Yeah!
Get him! Get him! Get him!
Oh my god, break it down, boys! Yes. Hey, hey, hey!
There he is.
Oh my god, he's so tall! Jesus!
Huge. He's ready.
Oh.
There he is.
They're both so tall. Oh my god. Oh my god. Do you see how tall he is for Inosuke? It's crazy. Look at that.
Massive.
He's clapping. Aww.
He's back.
He's back.
Kazuma!
Kazuma! He beats him at the
Let's
end
do
of the...
it
Aww.
one more time, you know?
His boots are different on me. I'm afraid his boots are different. I can't do this, actually. Why did you do that to me?
What do you mean? He just changed his shoes. Those are Becky. Those shoes are his debating shoes. Okay.
Oh my god.
Capcom. Thank you for publishing this video game. I hated it.
There you go, back to Japan. There you go.
Right?
It's like
back where they belong.
Back where they began again.
I'm missing somebody though. I wonder where he is.
No.
I can still hear his voice. Where's my desktop background? It's gonna come. You're gonna see my desktop background. Yay!
Oh, we did it! Yay! It's done. No.
Video game. I honestly hated this game. Not gonna lie. Where's my desktop background?
Oh, that's.
Oh, right.
Oh, there it is.
There it is. My desktop background.
Oh my god. Yeah. That's like. Oh.
Yep. There you go.
Oh my god. I'm empty inside.
What'd I tell you? That's it. That's the experience.
It's
Ruining
just
your
like
life.
you did the big case, and then like they throw you right into the end of the game, so it doesn't feel as heartfelt as the other one did. But I still did like cry, yes.
Mm-hmm.
But definitely like I was hit harder in the first game.
You were? That's interesting.
Yeah, I kind of was hit harder in the first game, I guess, because like it was just like it was kind of, I guess, because the fact that we kind of like thrown into everything and we were like new to everything, you know, and we just kind of made friends along the way. Kind of feeling there. Did they add new stuff to it?
I think you have to like get all the achievements for them to add it, maybe?
Oh,
I mean, they added that, of course.
Oh, Brothers of the Dawn. I returned to the iconic scene at daybreak between Ryunosuke and Kazuma for inspiration in the symbolic illustration of their parting of ways. The image is a sunset rising between their crossed swords, was something I desperately wanted to include in the game, and it's turned out to be a very emotionally powerful scene, yes. It hints at their futures while showing the metaphorical dawning of a new age of the law. Rising off down their respective paths with conviction in their hearts, Ryunosuke and Kazuma dash away in opposite directions from the rising sun until the day their fates would cross once more.
And there you have it.
Whereas the two of them facing in the same direction, brothers in the ambitious dreams, Brothers at the Dawns presents a visual and thematic counterpart to complete the set. Wow!
Thank you, Kazuma.
Let me get rid of the text window. There it is.
Yeah.
Let him keep Karuma.
Yeah, because I mean, he like realized, he was like, you know, I don't deserve to have this until I become a better person.
Right, he's just
Pretty
like
much.
a demon raised up in me that day, so you know. Yeah, I think all the achievements I would get like to do stuff. God, Sholmes' first design.
He's so emo.
Right.
Oh, Jesus.
What credits will I see now if I click this?
Probably the exact same credits.
Oh, it's different. Different music, actually.
Oh.
Yeah, it's different.
Oh. Maybe it's just the general credits and not the cast roll. Yeah.
Right, it's just general, like, black and... Yeah. Wait, will we get stuff on the side? Usually when the credit... Oh! Ah!
What the heck? I never saw Shinnosuke!
Oh my god! Hold on, I
That's
gotta
my
watch
boy!
it now. Oh! No.
I literally had no idea about this. I did.
I was like, what if I look at the credits?
Shinnosuke! Everyone is here.
They're going through all the cases, but like in Chibi animal form.
Yeah. I love that.
Well, I see Nyang. Well, I see Nyas the Apprentice. That's
Oh my
so
god!
Cute! Oh my god!
The Nyast Apprentice? Ugh, that'd be amazing.
Let me see him.
Probably not. I don't think they would do us like that. They have to, though.
They will do. I probably should have shown. New outfit too. Show me.
Show me.
Oh my
Nyansies.
god. Oh
Goodbye. Oh, what a guy.
no. It looks like he's flicking him off, dude.
No, Chinosuke, you can't do that.
Chinosuke!
I didn't know that they do this. I love that.
Oh, they didn't. They didn't show it. Oh.
They didn't show the squad.
No, that was it.
That was
I wanted
cute.
to see. I wanted to see Nyan Zeeks.
You don't get to see him.
Well, that was
They're not in
adorable,
love.
regardless.
It was.
I didn't know
love
that I would see that. Hey, before I end it, no, I didn't. No. No. Yeah, one last time. Yeah.
One last.
He
Thank
laughed
you.
like 3 times in the end, and I'm gonna die. He can't.
Those are all clipped by me. I clipped all those laughs.
I still have to get you the one clip where like he laughs in court in 2-4, but like send it to you so you can put the voice over it, you know, the laughing.
Oh yes, yeah.
Yeah.
I need that still.
Look at this. I've almost completed everything. I just
Yeah.
there it is.
The Risen Resolve.
Where's this one? After examining the head of Karuma again, after finding the crucial evidence inside of the final chapter, well, if I had looked at that, it would have ruined it for me.
It would have. That's why I was just like, don't look at that one.
Like, okay, I just need 2. I missed the spade and I missed the check the
blackboard
board.
one. Yeah.
And then I would have had everything. I can 100% this game.
Not a new playthrough. It gives you incentive to just play again. To be
Play
honest.
again right now. At least I
Start
got the
from the
ladder
beginning.
one. I thought I missed the ladder one.
Alright. Well, that is it. The great Ace.
Now I can look at everything now.
You can't. I'm gonna send you that Twitter user, and you gotta look. Well,
Wow, what a wonderful game. What a wonderful game. Oh, I'm sorry, yes. No, I loved it. This game was so good. From start to finish. Hooked. I know you made the joke. You're just like, are you gonna quit? Because, like, Cosmo's, like, dead. And I was just like, no, why would I do that? No, I'm keep going. And then I got immersed in the story, even though, you know, Cosmo wasn't around. And then he came back. And I was like, well, now I'm really invested in the story. But I mean, like, you know, I just want to see what happens with him. Because then we found out his true intentions. And it's like, oh, did he kill Gregson? Oh my god. What a roller coaster, honestly.